Guys, Lions Week, Don Burr Week, officially, right? I mean, it's we won 16-13 against the Panthers. Now here we are against the Lions, who went toe to toe with the Chargers. Guys, how you feeling tonight? Fair enough. Okay, I guess that says it all. Let's kick this shit off then.
That's all. I want to get into this show, dude. We don't want to talk about this shit. It's gonna bad enough now. I'm joking.
Well, I'll say this: I'm very optimistic about this game this week. That's how I feel. I think we have a good chance of winning it because we, for the first time this year, got our starting offensive line together.
Yep.
This is a good point. Good point, my friend.
We're putting Nate in. We're putting Nate back, moving Tevin over, but these guys have all played together except for they haven't played together. I think Tevin was the odd man out for most of the year. Mm-hmm. So Nate got hurt.
This is the first time they're all playing together. So
yes, sir.
Yes.
I think
it's the line. It's the starting line. It's the starting line that we were told was going to be our starting line with Patrick at center back in August.
Yeah. Although we was told that Whitehair was going to be a starting center, which I'm glad that Lucas is and not Patrick because I'm glad Lucas is instead of Whitehair because the way his snaps in that shotgun is suspect.
Fair enough. Yeah, Foster? Walt?
I think Foster wants to get into the show.
Fuck it, let's just kick this shit off then.
Down with PCP. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, you know me. Down with PCP. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, you know me. Down with PCP. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, you know me. Down with PCP.
PJ's actually he's moving his head to it this time. We're gonna get every one of you guys dancing one of these days. It just happened right there, PJ. You were just like not even paying attention. You were just like,
That's because I was up there imagining in my head I was playing basketball. Did you see me? I was like.
Look, you can have dreams even when you're old.
One day you'll be doing like the basketball between your legs like this, and you'll be like,
hoop dreams. If my form was like that, Shorty, I would quit playing basketball.
Oh, come on, that's good form.
No. What you did was you did like this. You was like,
you gotta get that.
Who puts their hands out like that though?
Between the legs. Whoa.
Look at his left hand. Look at his left hand. Stop.
Oh, what? Now you're a basketball coach?
You didn't know?
Damn.
I'm really good at basketball.
Life coach, brother.
You're a tall dude. I bet you are. I bet you were good at basketball.
Ooh.
Back in the day. Back in the late 1800s.
What'd you say back when what's that guy name who invented basketball? I was out there playing with him.
Foster.
Dude, I'm only. What is it? What's the number on there? I'm only 6,674 years old. You guys are making me out to be older.
Damn, I had you at 750. That's much older than I thought.
Man.
Oh, crap.
748, give or take a 2. You know?
Doesn't.
But that's
Mo
a give or
Beerman.
take a couple thousand.
Well, let me take a moment real quick.
Please do, my friend.
I want to welcome Mark Kazak, Doug Van Dorn. Good to see you again, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. Mr. Mayhem. Who else we got? Got a guy named Foster Covers. I don't know who that guy is. Then we got another guy named Walt Besky. I don't know who that is either.
Walt Besky. That
Right
guy.
here, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Cliff Victoria, Mo Beerman, King Buki World. Now, if I'm missing anybody, my apologies.
You got Mr. Mayhem in there, Mo Beerman?
Yeah. Yes. Mr. Guillotine? Am I right?
Guillotine.
Mr.
Guillotine.
Guillotine.
Guillotine. Okay. Yeah.
How's it going, guys? Just popping in for a bit. That's a first time caller. Thanks
Yes.
for joining us, Mr. Guillotine.
Glad to see you guys.
He's
Appreciate you
all
guys
over
as
the place,
always.
man. He was on.
Oh, the new breed 3. Is that our guest, sir?
Yes,
That is our guest, man.
Yes. I hope you're hopping in here at
The
14
new
minutes
breed
here, New Breed.
313.
What did he say? He's got it right there, man. He's down with BCP. I saw it somewhere.
BCP. Yeah. That's our guest tonight is the New Breed 313, Steve from that podcast. He's a Lions fan, Lions podcast. We're going to have some fun with him tonight.
Oh, man.
After we get
He's
warmed
more
up.
than that, dude. They talk they talk everything that happens in and around Detroit, just so anybody who lives out that way that's interested in any of that Michigan stuff, they hit everything. They're just insane guys, and they're a lot of fun too, man.
I got one question.
Wait,
is this a Don Burr what's that fake account?
Nope.
I'd be interested to know
man.
if he knows who Don Burr is. Wait, he just left the.
We've had this discussion on his show.
See? Yeah, we found out. He left.
He was backstage. He just left right after you said that. Is that Don Burr?
I don't think Don Burr's a real person. I think he's just an AI.
I actually seen him
I
on
was
a.
telling him that. I was telling Don that the last 4 days in a row that he's just AI, dude. Because it can't be
I
real.
seen him on somebody's show way back when.
Look at that one, Steve.
I forgot whose show I saw him on, but I saw him on somebody's show a while back. Don Burr.
He was on.
He was on our show
with us.
He was
on our
on
show?
Monday, the entire show.
Yeah.
Oh, not live.
No.
No, I
Never
mean
seen him live.
he was actually on somebody's show where he was a guest on there and he was facing everything.
Recently?
No, this was I want to say last year maybe.
I think I saw it too, Pete.
That was when he was on the Niners podcast. Then I think.
No,
What you're
it was
talking about?
It was some Bears show that I saw him on.
Do that. Let's get to the
Doesn't matter.
game.
Okay, he popped back in. That means he's not actually Don Burr. So, phew, thank goodness.
It's debatable.
Checking that equipment, man.
Debatable.
So, Walt, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Enjoying the week. JF1's back, so
I'm excited about that. You might not think that I am, but
I bet you are.
I am excited about it.
Please do
Absolutely, man. The only thing I didn't like about this whole thing is that we had to release Darrington Evans to bring Herbert back. So
What do
I
you
wanted to
expect?
shout
We
out
can't
to him, man, because he's been kind of on this team for the last 2 years, man. I know, Walt. I just thought I thought they might release Vellis. I don't see anybody picking Vellis Jones up. But how many running backs can you have?
Exactly.
Wait, did you say they released Vellis, or you? What did you just say?
I thought they I thought they might release Vellis and hold on to Evanson's because I didn't see anybody picking Vellis Jones up, but you never know.
I can see.
Yeah,
I can say
definitely.
this. Hey, Jay Sanders, what's up, man? I would have liked if we would have got rid of Homer. What's his name? Travis Homer.
Travis Homer.
Homer.
Yeah.
Travis got rid of him as opposed to Evans because I haven't seen Homer do anything for us offensively. Maybe he's doing something in special teams, but
Special teams he is.
yeah,
But
but well, we can use other
Yeah.
people for that.
No,
Evans, he's actually done some for us offensively.
Yeah, but PJ, they only really brought Homer in to be a special teams, maybe help pass block, things like that. He wasn't meant to be, a world breaker.
Right? Which makes him replaceable in my mind.
No, that is true. You can replace him, but the fact that you're saying like he hasn't done anything, he wasn't supposed to.
Well, I'm just saying, as
teams,
far as
though, we're kind of slacking on that. We need more. It ain't going to be somebody on the roster that's going to change that. Coaching.
yeah,
There. That's the signal to stop talking about this shit and get back into the Bears. Oh wait, we're talking about the Bears now, right?
where did that come from? Was that my computer? Whose was that?
I don't know, man. I just when I heard it, I had to make something up real quick because I thought it would be fun.
That's the notification to stop talking about this. Doug Van Dorn. They have Monty and Gibbs, but we have Herbert, Foreman, and Johnson. Goff to St. Brown is fine, but not as special as Fields to Moore. We have a good shot. I love your optimism, DVD.
yes, you're my hero.
We could do this. A good
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, PJ. Sounds like you have a sucker in your mouth.
Well, I do have a sucker in my mouth.
What are you sucking on over there?
Dang, we ain't starting this
What
with
are
this
we,
kind.
What's going on over there?
7 minutes in? 7 minutes in, PJ, and he's going right to that shit again.
What is Mr. Always going to the sexual references. This I gotta know. What are you sucking on over there, bro?
That's you, man.
This guy, man, golly. Woo, too early for that stuff, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's too early for that. We ain't going down that road. Come on, man.
At least wait till we get to shoot the shit to bring it up, man. Like the end of that when we're leaving.
Right, man. I'm like, come on, bro.
He don't need to be on his own show. We could just
it'll be gone by then.
Huh?
The sucker will be gone by then.
He's not like you where it only takes 3 licks to get to the center, and he's got backups too. That's be prepared.
So what's the difference between the sucker in your mouth now and the other sucker? Is one flat and one round? Because I think the round one will last longer than the flat one, right?
I don't know, Dan, but you might be the biggest sucker on this show.
Oh shit, I might be.
Man,
So back to the Bears, man.
he scores.
We smacked Goff in the mouth a couple times early, and we shut down the running game. Maybe Fields can pick apart the weak point in their defense, which is the defensive backfield.
Well, it's not like
And
we
we're
haven't
going to have to
smacked.
do a bunch of running too, no matter what. You know, Foreman's
It's
going to have
not
to
like we haven't smacked off the round before.
I didn't say that.
Remember
I said we need to do it
2018?
early.
I'm
Yeah,
saying it's
yeah.
not like we haven't done it before,
No,
so we can do it.
That wasn't even Goff, dude.
In 2018, when he was with the Rams,
Oh yeah, yeah.
You going back 5 years ago?
I'm just saying we
Go
smacked.
back to Detroit.
Yeah, with a different defense.
Hey,
Three,
at this
4
point,
defense.
bro, I'm going to go for anything I can. You're not going to rain on my parade. You said last time I was being so down after a win. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get pumped up, man. So I can believe we can do it.
There
You don't look
go.
very pumped up at all. You're just sitting there, just blowing on. You're blowing on a sucker over there, just kind of somber, and
That's
you're.
because I'm pacing myself.
Is that a raspberry sucker? What is that? Like it's a grape, cherry? What's going on? I need to know.
Sweet blue.
Is there a gumball in the center of it?
Raspberry. I told you it's a charm pop, man. Sweet and sour.
Oh, okay. There is a
So,
gumball.
Walt, what's the keys to victory here for the Bears? What do you think the keys to victory are here for the Bears? We'll just ignore these freaking guys and their suckers.
Well, I'll get to that, but I just want to let PJ know, to his credit, 2018 was the year the Rams went to the Super Bowl. So
Right. But we did smack him, though.
Oh, no,
That's
that's
all
the
I'm
point. That's the point. That team went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
It's not like they were slouches.
man,
I
Keys
guess
to victory.
our guest is in the background just going like this. Oh, I can't wait. He's just salivating to come on here and talk with us. Don't worry. We're going to bring you on here soon.
Well,
He's
there's a whole
either
bunch of stuff, Foster,
salivating or deciding to leave. What? Well,
it's a whole bunch of stuff, and we got to play good both sides of the trenches.
Yep.
We're going to see how this offensive line goes. I'm happy with the flanks and the center being shored up with Davis and Devin Jenkins. You still have Lucas Patrick, but Patrick's not bad, and your bookends are solid. I think Braxton Jones is ranked 7th in terms of pass protection, and everybody wants to get rid of him. He was number 1 last week for the whole team.
Is that my computer? Whose computer is that?
It really depends on
can't be mine because I don't have that sound.
Sounds like a Mac user.
That could be more of the key to anything this game is Getsy.
That's definitely a Windows sound. That's not a Mac sound. That's a Windows sound. That's a Windows notification. Turn off your notifications, man.
I don't keep them on, period.
So everybody listening now, just shut off their notifications, Shorty.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I think we talk about the line. Let's just see what Montez Sweat does and how he opens up the defense again on a long, break. He did well on the short game going into Thursday. So let's see how that extra rest does for him. Plus, I'm getting acquainted with the rest of his line mates. I do hope Yannick Ngakoue kind of pulls his head out of his ass and starts doing what we paid him to do.
Hello, man.
How many sacks does he have to get to 8?
Don't he only have like 3?
Yeah,
I think he only has 3.
Yeah,
5 more to go.
5 to go.
Doug, I'm not saying Patrick isn't the weakest link. He, out of all the guys on the line, he is, but he's not like a Sam Mustipher though.
He's better at center than he is at guard. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I guess we can have not Lucas Patrick, Cody White at center too.
Yeah,
I agree.
Not a guard. You just can't.
I think he's been playing okay.
Mm-hmm.
At guard,
he's been playing okay.
Even at center, if you go back, because I happen to keep every offensive play from that game. I got him in my phone, every one of them. I think he was on the ground 3 times.
Jeez.
I'm just saying.
I just got one question for you. Was he biting somebody's kneecaps while he was down there?
Oh,
no, he was knocking over Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah, that's what he was doing too. The one time he was knocking over Tevin Jenkins.
That was a shout out to our Lions guest. He know what I'm talking about.
Man, I wish our players bit some damn kneecaps off.
We know too because we know all the Dan Campbell stuff, and he's another guy I underrated him as a coach going into last year. So I'll admit that he's seems to be on top of his shit, and I think he's a damn good coach. He turned that team around. I mean, they had the picks and they had everything kind of set up, but he's done a great job. What are they ranked? 4th in the power rankings in the NFL, I think they are.
Mm-hmm. And they've got coaches. People are already talking about coveting for head coaching position.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that game against the Chargers was impressive.
I didn't actually see it.
You didn't see it?
I still would like to watch the rest of it because I want to see how the Chargers. I mean, I saw a bunch of those touchdowns, but that shows that they can be scored upon, though, man. They scored 38 points on them. So did Baltimore. So it's possible. Mm-hmm. It's possible to rack some points up on this defense. But if you listen to the guys in Detroit, they know this. I mean, the podcasters, even the show, I think they were talking about on the X313 broadcast last night about, there's areas they need to clean up. They're in a great position now, but everybody's talking by next year they should be even a better position because they're going to be able to clean up the defensive backfield. They've got some weaknesses back there. As a matter of fact, they just signed Kendall Vildor to the team because they're having so many injury problems, and then with the stuff earlier in the year too. So that's
they
what
said Michael Schofield too, right?
Play. Yeah, I think so. I hope Vildor doesn't play because he's going to pick the ball off. I mean, as a Bears fan, we know if he gets in there, he's going to do something. So
I think you're giving him too much credit, Foster.
What?
If if anything, I think they signed Vildor for Vildor can tell them how we run our cover two.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they signed him. As far as their running game, seeing as though we're ranked number 2 right now against the run, I like our chances against Montgomery and Gibbs. I like our chances there.
It ought to be tough.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. It ain't going to be easy. Stop those.
Our running game, our running defense is one of the better in the leagues now, right?
Ranked number 2.
Fortuna. Nice.
Number 2?
Yep.
Oh,
Yards per game, 76 yards per game.
Against
Number
running
1
backs.
is San Francisco, I think.
Doesn't matter. We're 2.
I almost want to just bring on our guest right now. I feel like we need to
We
give
should.
him his.
ready.
8 minutes.
He's got 9 minutes left.
I'm
I
ready.
said, what's 8 minutes? You know, who cares?
Exactly.
I'm ready for him. I'm ready.
And now it's 7, Walt. Not really, but I lied.
All right, then. Well, let's bring him on then.
Andrew Love, thanks for stopping
Yes,
by the
sir.
show, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
How y'all fellas doing? How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, man.
I'm good.
Yourself?
I'm great.
Good.
I'm great.
Good show.
Every day I'm
last night.
alive.
Good
It's a
show.
blessing. So
Absolutely.
yes, sir.
Maybe
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
we start off with having PJ grill him, man. PJ's our resident griller. He
Yeah.
can ask you a bunch of questions because he's a nosy guy and he's a cop. Was a cop. Retired cop.
Oh, bring it on. Bring it on.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Good
ready.
man.
He's our interrogator, our resident interrogator. Go ahead, PJ.
Oh, okay.
Tell us about yourself, my man.
Well, I'm Steve, aka the New Breed 313 Sports. I'm also got the same name on YouTube and Instagram, and then I also is part of a podcast called the D313XP with myself, Nomas J, and Duro DC1. So we talk about everything Detroit, but not only just the Detroit sports, but we talk about just all across sports, man. We just all teams, all sports. So we like all in one. So and we love talking about it. And we just had a guy rolling with FD. He's actually a Bears fan.
Okay.
So
Smart
he's very big Bears fan, and we was talking about not only Lions, but we was talking about Bears as well on there. So we're first.
How long you been a Lions fan?
Oh man, all my life, 42 years of my life.
Okay. Okay.
And the crazy thing is, like, my family is born and raised in Chicago, so I have Chicago blood in me, even though I'm born in Detroit. So majority of my family is in Chicago. So
okay.
It's Lions and it's Bears, Lions, Bears.
You're an undercover Bears fan.
I got respect. I got respect for the Bears and the history.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, I do have a Bears hat in my house. I do.
Like I said,
not gonna lie.
Undercover Bears fan.
An honest man.
You know.
So if you wasn't a Detroit Lions fan, who fan would you be?
That's a good question. I guess
You better say
whatever
the right
city
freaking
I'm
answer,
born.
Steve.
I think whatever city I'm born, I would be a fan in. So if I was born in Chicago, I would be a Bears fan. If I was born,
I'm talking about right now. If for whatever reason the Detroit Lions folded, whatever, no longer existed, who fan would you be?
Oh,
that's a tough question, dude.
That is a tough one.
Putting him on the spot.
You know what? I probably would be a Seattle Seahawks fan.
Okay. Do you have that hat?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right.
I do. I met a couple of the players when they came down here and played the Lions.
Okay.
Nice.
No.
I like Seattle's culture too. I like the area that they live in. It's I've been to Seattle. It's really interesting.
Oh,
It's very much like San Francisco, where it's like all the roads are just going downhill to the ocean. It's very crazy.
Oh, okay. I've never been down there. I've never been to the West Coast, so that would be new for me.
I could see getting behind Seattle for sure. That's a good call.
Yeah.
He's trying to get you to say Bears.
It's
not working.
Like I said, yeah.
It doesn't matter because you got the hat already, Steve. So it doesn't matter. We're just going to consider it that way.
It's anyway. Yeah. See, this is what I got here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got it on hand too.
He's got all his Lion stuff on too, man. He's got the hat and the jersey. So
yeah.
Who you wearing, Steve? I can't see your number.
Oh, Barry Sanders.
Oh, Barry Sanders.
Yep.
That's my number 2 back.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite Lions player of all time?
I would say yes. I would say it's him, and then a slight second would be Calvin Johnson.
Megatron.
Yeah. Yeah. I was so glad they got that statue of Barry. It was long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
It was long overdue.
Yeah, Barry was something else, man.
Yeah.
The town, I live in Georgia right now. The town right next to me is the town that Calvin Johnson went to high school at.
Oh, wow.
Tyrone, Georgia. I could have gone and watched his games there if I lived here at the time.
Yeah.
What I love about you, Steve, is like you got mad respect. You know, we respect you as Lions fans. You respect us as Bears fans. You know, we saw you kind of laughing. Do you know who Don Burr is?
That sound familiar.
I brought him up. I was asking you before on your show about him, and I was like, "Don't worry, you'll know who he is because when you see him in your chat, man, that means you've made it."
Oh well, hey.
Apparently not a Lions fan though.
I actually hooked him up with your info last night on when you guys were on because he wanted to see Terry Foster, and I was going to ask you what happened there, but we'll ask that later.
Yeah. That's a long story.
Yeah, he's a resident Detroit fan who hangs out in every single Bears chat, whether it's the Bears press conferences or our chat or any other Bears chat. He hangs out there and just tries to annoy the entire chat the entire time. And I try to talk nice to him, and he just doesn't have it. He's just an asshole. And it's nice to have, a Lions fan on because he's given us so much bad blood. We're like, damn, it's nice to talk to a Lions fan who's actually respectful and has respect for the game.
Absolutely. And I'm like one of the guys that's outside of a Bears fan that I was actually pulling for Justin Fields to play and to play well. Mm-hmm. So it's not against us, but everybody else.
Right.
Right.
I got to be biased.
He said it on his show.
But yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest. It's if we can't make it to the playoffs, I would be rooting for you guys.
Appreciate it.
Personally, because we've all kind of been through the same shit as fans recently. In fact, I think if I remember correctly, the Lions have made the playoffs one more time than the Bears since 1992, which is crazy to think about. And you haven't won the division more times, but you've been in the playoffs more, and by one. And so we've all kind of been through the same shit together.
Yeah.
And
y'all just been to a Super Bowl. Y'all been to a Super Bowl when it was a Super Bowl. Last time we went, it was an NFL championship. It wasn't even called a Super Bowl.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out what would come
man.
from 1992 to draw.
What'd you say, PJ?
I'm trying to figure out where we come from the year 1992 to draw from. I mean, just random. I mean, like 1992. Since 1992, they've made the playoff more than us.
Well, because I was looking at the numbers because of that was after Ditka, post Ditka.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out what the reference was. I'm like, 1992. I mean, what was the split? Okay,
1992 PD.
Okay. Post Ditka. Okay, gotcha. Right. All right, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Wani took us there once. Jerron took us there once. Smith took us there twice. Nagy took us there twice.
Only twice?
Yeah.
Lovey? Twice?
Wow. Lovey was 3 times. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, I mean, out of 9 years.
Nomis in the chat there, Steve?
Yes, sir. What's up, Nomis? Okay. One of my podcast partners there, Nomis J.
What's up, Nomis? Thanks for joining us, man. Oh, yeah, I recognize him from your show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Are good, man. I actually can sit there and watch and listen.
Looking like Biz Marquis.
I'm a spy too, man.
So as Bears fans, let me ask y'all something. How do y'all feel about that draft? About trading y'all pick for DJ Moore? If y'all got second thoughts about that, would y'all be okay to still do that and keep Fields, or would you just keep that number 1 pick and get somebody like Bryce Young or CJ Stroud?
I'll keep Fields. As a matter of fact,
I'll go last.
I'll double down. Even if we got the number 1 pick this year, I would trade that to get Marvin Harrison Jr. and some other picks and still keep Fields, because I would rather build our team up, and then if Fields not the guy, later on down the line, be it next year, year after, whenever, go after a quarterback then. But he can be my last piece, because I think you can get so much equity or so much draft picks off of that number 1 pick that you can build your team up to where you can have an average quarterback and still win the championship.
You certainly can build it quicker by doing that, Pete. And I'm with you too, man. Big deal. Say things go terrible on the quarterback front. If we're building everything else up, we can wait till 26 and pick up that young Manning. Whatever.
Yeah.
Walt?
Would I make the trade again? Of course I would. I mean, I wanted Will Anderson personally in the deal, but I'm sticking with Fields 100%. Even if it comes to, like PJ said, we get the number 1 pick overall. I mean, it's not like we're bad enough to get the number 1 pick. The Panthers are, so who cares? But I wouldn't trade it. I'd probably just pick up Marvin Harrison and not play a game where maybe I'll get him with the, pick 2 or 3 or whatever I traded to. I think we're past that point now.
I got a feeling the Giants are going to win that number 1 pick, dude. I just really do. They'll be tanking all the way for it. That'll leave us at 2, and right there we just take Marvin, because that's where he's going probably. I don't see him going any lower than 3 at the most, but it wouldn't surprise me if he goes second, man. And everybody's like, "Oh, trade with the Cardinals," and I'm like, the Cardinals are probably going to end up 4 or 5 in the draft, because they're going to win more games. They're not going to be stuck where they're at. Not with Kyler back, the way that team looked. I know it was only Atlanta, but I just don't. I see them winning some more games too.
He's a difference maker. Yeah.
The draft ain't. We're not going to know the draft till late. Look at last year; it wasn't decided until the last play of that game what the draft thing selection was.
Mm-hmm.
So
for me personally, I would definitely make that trade over again, because there wasn't a better team they could have made that trade with, in my opinion, to end up with as high of a draft pick that they could in this year's draft than the Panthers. I mean, other than you were saying maybe the Giants, but they weren't making that trade. They just signed Daniel Jones. So I would do the trade again. I wouldn't have expected CJ Stroud to be as good as he is. I would have projected Justin Fields to be better. So I wouldn't have made that. I would definitely have made that trade over again if it happened today. So we're sitting here with possibly the number 1 pick in the draft, and that's a team that you want to make that trade for. So it's our best chance, and if we can end up with the number 1 or number 5 or 6, sky's the limit, man, for this team. I just think that we as fans need to be prepared for, because we all are calling for the heads of certain coaches, if not all the coaches, that if the result of that will most likely end up being, if we have the first pick in the draft and from via the Panthers, and we do get a new head coach not named Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh would love to have. I think he would salivate to work with Justin Fields, and I would love to see that. But if there was let's say we plucked Ben Johnson from you guys, right, and made him the new head coach, and we're sitting there with the number 1 pick from the Panthers, and he says, "I want Caleb Williams." Well, for me as a Bears fan, I don't want to see them make the same mistake of plugging in someone else that can have the excuse of that quarterback not being his guy, or that head coach was not that general manager's guy. So I think the best thing to do in that case, if they did go after a Ben Johnson, I know that would suck for you.
Yes.
Would be let the guy, if he wants Justin Fields, let him go with Justin Fields. But if he wants the first pick and he wants to start over with his quarterback, let him do it. And if that's what it takes, then I'd rather not go down the same road that we've gone down many, many times before.
But to your point, Dan, I think we are going down that same road, don't you think? We've been doing it for the last, decade, swapping out quarterbacks after a couple years. I mean, the thing is, to your point, I get it, but at the same time, a new head coach and a new quarterback are not mutually exclusive.
They're not, but you would expect a new head coach to want a quarterback, right?
No, I wouldn't expect that wholeheartedly to come out of the gate like that. If anything, I would say, as a coach, I'm going to look at my roster and then make a decision. And it'd be more of a telling point to me as a general manager. It says I can work with what I have here and make them successful. I don't need to go out and be like, use that as an excuse or a crutch that, oh, my quarterback is this and I want this guy. Like I'm going to tell my GM, like, I can take the team you put on the field and make them a Super Bowl contender.
That doesn't mean that doesn't mean that a new hotshot head coach who's never been a head coach before is going to think that.
No,
well, I think
you're assuming either way.
I think the problem we have is between our previous head coach and Getsy now. They only known one system, so it's either their system or nothing, and that's the problem. Whereas you need a coach, be it the offensive coordinator or the head coach, whoever calling the plays, to be able to adjust to the players they have. And the last 2 offensive coaches, being Nagy, the head coach, who called the plays, and now Getsy, they have one system, and that's all they know.
And they're not changing the offense to adapt to their players.
Correct.
Right. And I wouldn't. I mean, unless.
Well,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say the cycle of getting a quarterback and then firing the coaches the year after has got to stop. That kind of crap has got to stop.
Right.
It's insane.
It's so Bears. They interview a head coach, then they sign a general manager who hires one of the head coaches that they interviewed via Zoom. Then a few months later, they hired a team president. It needs to go team president, general manager, head coach. It's so if you're going to go new head coach and you want to start all over again, and that new head coach wants he's sitting there with the first pick and he wants one of these quarterbacks. I'm not saying that I'm again, you guys all think that I like, or at least half of this party thinks that I hate Justin Fields. I do not. I want to see him succeed. That's what I'm saying. It's for me, it's Harbaugh or bust. I want Harbaugh to come in here and turn Justin Fields into the superstar that he should be. And I think that he would love to work with Justin Fields. I personally do not think a new head coach that has never had a job before as a head coach is going to come in here and want to work with a 2-time cast-off quarterback. I think that he would want to start. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I want that to happen. I just think that's my opinion. And I think all of us need to kind of prepare for that if that becomes the case. So
You're saying he's a cast-off quarterback, though. He's 24 years old. It'd be different if it was, a guy 28, 29, 30 in that range. I would say, yeah, go ahead, make the quarterback change, no big deal. But even like our pals in Detroit, Matt Stafford made it through Schmidt, Caldwell, and Patricia. The only reason he left is because he wanted out of the system because it was just his time to go.
Yeah.
So that'd be worry about that happening with Justin.
If Justin went to his agent today and said, "Get me the hell out of town," I wouldn't blame him. I would not blame him at all.
That's funny. That's funny, Shorty, that you would had that take to have a Michigan coach that helped an Ohio State quarterback. Hey,
Damn, you just tossed all my hopes out the fucking door right there when you said that. Nope. I mean, I never thought it was actual a possibility anyways, because everything that's going on. I don't think McCaskey would actually give up all their power to Kevin Warren, the new president, to do whatever he wants. So that you solidified it right there. I think you're right.
Yeah. And Justin Fields is still young, so he's going through injuries. And basically, the Bears team as a whole have gone through a lot of injuries. So even a new coach, a new system, who's to say that they're going to abide by that system? Because if you look at the Houston Texans, when they had their coaches don't even last a year, and they let them go. Mm-hmm. So yeah. It happens. It happens, but they still got a young team and they got a bright future. Kind of like how the Packers are. I kind of see them like the Bears and the Packers, kind of the same. They have a young quarterback, they have a young team, and they just have to have that experience and have the right head coach.
Well, I think the Packers, the fact that they have a coach who's been there a while and he has had some success. Mm-hmm. Our coach hasn't had any success yet. Although I'm a firm believer, Eberflus is going to be here next year. Poles ain't going to let him go this year. I just
more than likely. He's made the turn, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think he's going to be here. So the issue becomes if according to the way he said it in his press conference, he needs to see Fields do certain things, demonstrate that he can play at an exceptional level or something like that, I think he said. So Eberflus is going to be here. I think if Getsy's here next year, Fields will be here. If Getsy's gone, Fields.
That's what it comes down to. Harbaugh or nothing. Harbaugh, Fields, yes. Any other coach, in my opinion, Fields.
Well, as far as a new coach, yeah. I mean, I'm just talking about offensive coordinator. I don't know, because my thing is this. Like I said earlier, I'm of the opinion. You build your team, and seeing as though you got Fields for another year, why am I in a rush to get rid of him? I mean, it's one thing if he wasn't a leader, if he had a bad attitude. He has all the intangibles. The biggest draw on Fields is, he doesn't release the ball quick enough. That can be coached. So I'm not going to throw away everything else just because he don't get rid of the ball quick enough. There's other things I can do. Hand the ball off more. I mean, these other things I can get around that. As long as I'm building up this team, we can get there. But if getting a new quarterback signifies to me reset. We got a reset here, and now we're looking at a playoffs 4 years down the line. Mm-hmm. Whereas next year, at this rate, I think we can do something.
But even if they did move on, let's say they move on from Getsy, because I think he's top of the the guillotine, so to speak, in terms of coaches that will be removed. I mean, we can take a look at what's going on in Buffalo. They removed their offensive coordinator, but Josh Allen isn't going anywhere. So, and I don't think that move was really, warranted. I mean, Dorsey wasn't too bad of a coach. Josh Allen likes to play hero ball, and it's a whole nother story we'll get into another day.
Yeah. And it's hard to throw the football when you're running for your life every play, when your offensive line ain't blocking well. So Fields is basically running for his life almost every play.
Yeah.
So, and then you wonder why he gets hurt. He gets hurt because of that.
Yep.
You know?
I would love to know. Just go ahead, Foster.
I was just going to say this. We were just talking about it, Steve. I don't know if you heard. This is the first time that our real offensive line that we were told was going to be here in September or August is actually playing a game together. So, but the better part is four of those guys got some good gel time together, and the fifth one played with the three other guys. You know, our guards was the biggest problem. One of the guards was always out. So, and we haven't. This team has not had any time to gel together, other than there was 10 or 11 guys left from last year, and last year we cleaned house. So, Poles even said it could be 3-4 year rebuild, man, and we're in less than 2 years, and people are just crying and screaming because we haven't won 10 games. You know, I don't know. What do you think we got to do, Steve? What do you think?
Well, it's got to be. Well, it starts at the draft. And it starts by you need to just draft well. You got to build this team, and also you got to have good signings as well, but smart signings. You know what I'm saying? Now we'll see how y'all do with Montez Sweat. Even though us as Lions fans, we mad because y'all got him because it's certain fans that's like, man, we should have got this person. We should have got Sweat if all y'all gave us that. But I still think. Because y'all got a nice receiving core. Y'all got a very nice receiving core. To me. I like DJ Moore. I like Mooney. I call him Money Man Mooney. That's the Matt name we give him, Money Man Mooney. But but I still, but you know what? I think y'all got talent. Y'all just have to build a strong foundation, and you have to have the right coach that these players can believe in. Like, it took us a while to figure it out because we didn't went through something.
Let me ask you a question, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm gonna take my time with this question, so bear with me.
Oh, take your time.
Because I want to clarify something because I don't really know. How long has Campbell been there?
Oh, I want to say,
is this his fourth year?
I believe it's third or fourth year. I want to say probably third or fourth year.
So the first year, if you can remember, what was your feelings about him your first year?
I didn't really know. Like I didn't know too much. I just know him as a player here. But I knew he coached in Miami and been an offensive coordinator with New Orleans and stuff. So I knew he was a tough-minded coach. But
so
his
first year there, what was your impression of him? You know, like what did you think of that first year?
I mean, I just thought of just like any other coach. Just we're just gonna see how he does. Even when he was talking about the kneecaps and everything, I was like, hey, I'm for it.
Right.
I'm with
last year.
But you were like, can I buy into this? Right?
Yeah. So
it's last year, he turned around his second half of the season. Mm-hmm. So what was your thoughts there?
I was thinking when we started off at 1-6, I was like, they might give him up. And the fan base was already like, hey, we got to give him up. He got to be fired. He's not the right coach. And then as soon as we turned the page, now everybody's like, oh, he's the best coach in the world. And it's just like, come on now, y'all just wanted him fired. So it's a little wishy-washy, but we love the coach.
Because I bring that up because I'm looking at and trying to see if there's a parallel with Campbell and Eberflus. So because Eberflus' first year last year was horrific, but I remember you guys was having a bad year, but then you brought in Golf.
Yes.
And Golf was kind of like surprising. And then I see that you guys was able to get those high draft picks, being Penei Sewell and that wide receiver, I believe. So you guys was building that team around Golf, who many thought was not that good coming from Los Angeles.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm looking at the parallel between Golf and Fields, although Golf has had more success. But I'm looking at that parallel because I like the way you guys was able to build around him. Now he's looking like a good quarterback.
Right.
Now he also has the weapons.
And that comes with good drafting. That comes with good drafting by a good GM. And good signings.
Yeah.
Now, we were lucky to have that trade for Stafford because Stafford was loved here.
Right.
He even has a park still here. So that's how much he's loved out there. Out here, I mean.
Okay.
But if we don't do that trade, we don't have the players that we have now.
True.
We gave up a lot of picks for him. And you know what I'm saying? Well, they gave up a lot of picks.
Right.
But we capitalized. We don't get the Penei Sewells. We don't get the Amara St. Browns. We don't get the Jahmyr Gibbs and everything. We don't get that unless we make that trade. Because we're not the team we are now if we don't make that trade for Stafford. Now, he has a championship. Don't get me wrong. But I think we are still good with that trade because we're in the best position. Because if we would have kept Stafford, we would have been in the same position.
Your quarterback is playing better now than Stafford probably would be for you right now. He's playing better than Stafford is right now for the Rams after that Super Bowl, right? So you guys,
he has more weapons.
Yeah, the weapons and the signings.
The signings and the protection. So
yes,
that's where I'm coming from with the field situation. So if we pass on, our another first pick overall and still get more weapons and more protection, we can be in that same position with Fields that you are with Golf.
Absolutely. But at the same time, when you draft, don't ignore your defense.
Absolutely.
You can go as offense as much as you can, but please, because it's our fan base is going through the same thing. It's like they always say, well, we always draft offense, but we don't get enough defense. That's why, people are running up the gut on us in the middle because we don't have a defensive line. I hear that all the time with us. Even though we're 7-2, people still talk about how our losses and the points we give up and stuff. So it happens, but it just goes back to drafting and good signing. That's how it is to me.
I will say one negative thing about your draft last year.
Yes, sir.
I did not like you guys drafting Jack Campbell in the first round. How has he been as your Mike, or has he even been playing? I haven't watched.
He's been playing a little bit. He's not starting because Alex Anzalone has played so well that they kind of bench Campbell. It happens.
Right.
A couple of guys we drafted is not even playing. Broderick Martin, he hasn't been playing much. But we've had some rookies. I mean, people still question us getting Jahmyr Gibbs. People still talk about we should have drafted Jalen Carter. So we hear that all the time. All the time.
That would have been ugly. Hutchinson and Jalen Carter? That would have been ugly.
That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. But either way, I think your future is bright, though. I really do. I think, and then with our team, we have a tough time a lot of times with mobile quarterbacks. We have a tough time with that. We had a tough time with Lamar Jackson, and we just have issues with mobile quarterbacks. I think that's one of the advantages, I think, with Justin Fields. He's a mobile quarterback. And we've had some issues with him even last year. I think he had a big run last year against us. So
one of the games he kicked our asses, though.
Yeah.
What was the other game that you're talking about?
I think it was
we were tanking.
Yeah, I think the game in Chicago last year. He ran a big game for a touchdown. So we have a tough time with Fields because he's a mobile quarterback.
He's actually one of his best passes against you guys too.
Yeah,
his rookie year, he had a really sweet one to to Money Man Mooney.
But I think teams have decided to like spy on him to keep him in a pocket.
Yeah.
So I think you guys will do that this week as well.
Yeah, you probably gain
so.
the game plan that stops that from happening.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I'm really impressed with the Lions having done, Steve, is trading within the division. That's something you don't see happen very much at all, and they're just like, "Fuck it, yeah. Vikings, Packers, let's do it, let's go."
Right.
The only team that hasn't traded with you in the division yet.
Right. And I'm gonna be honest that when we traded T.J. Hawkinson to the Vikings, that was a head scratcher to me. I did not want to see him go. I didn't want to see him go. But now that we, drafted Laporta, then I'm like, okay, I can work with that. And plus Hawkinson, he stays getting hurt. So
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Laporta seems to be coming along nicely, I might add.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And the good catching tight end.
This too. I mean, I watched it. I've been able to see the games because they're playing them here because Detroit's doing so good. I'm usually stuck with the Packers every damn week when the Bears are on, or if they're on later, or so Packers and Cowboys always get stuck with that in Chicago, man. It sucks, but anyways.
You mean the Cowgirls?
I just wanted to say this. There's thank you, Steve. Thanks for correcting me. I needed it.
We got a different name on our podcast, but we ain't gonna say it. But
say it. Say it.
Well, no,
say it.
We call them cow bitches.
And so will we from now on.
Right.
At least I will.
Right. Shout out to Nomis for saying that name. They call them cow bitches.
Yeah, you got to see the way Nomis says it too. Is you have to just see that even actually because his his inflection of the way he speaks. I love him, dude. He's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
He's King.
I
wanted to get back to saying. Because there's people in the chat, and I said this stuff too. Yeah, you took Campbell too early. You took Gibbs too early. Boy, I wish we took some guys too early and we're 7-2 and looking like we're going to make a good playoff run.
Yeah.
So no matter what people say, what I, like I said, I thought you guys took them too early too. But what the fuck do I know? I'm some dude from Chicago. Yeah. You guys are 7-2 and you're making a good playoff run, man. And I hope we kick your ass Sunday. But that's just that's the way it is.
I hear you. And I'll be at that game on Sunday too, so I'm gonna have me a ball. I'm gonna have so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Where are you sitting?
Yeah. I said the 300 section. I got a season ticket with the Lions, so I'm at every game. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice, man. Good for you.
And I want to plan. I really want to go to the game in Chicago. I really do. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I am, but I'm gonna try to see if I can go because I've never been to Soldier Field.
I'll tell you right now.
Talk to Walt after this game. Maybe he'll sell you his tickets. He's got tickets.
I got 2 to that game.
I have a line on those tickets if you would like. They're 140 section. They're $200 a piece.
Oh, okay. That's not bad
for the Lions.
Yeah, 140. That's a good section.
Yeah.
My cousin just sent me the text today. She's like, I saw this on Facebook Marketplace. In case you're interested, somebody's selling all the rest of their tickets.
Damn.
I'm like, I can't go. I've already been to 3 games this year. I'm not going back to Chicago for another game.
Hey man, it's like double, triple the price with these tickets with the Lions.
Yeah, I bet.
So that Thanksgiving Day game alone is about $400-$500, and that's just for a nosebleed seat.
Damn.
Yeah.
What yard line is your season tickets?
Oh, what you say there, brother?
What yard line is your season tickets?
Oh man, I'm over there. I'm in the nosebleeds in the end zone part.
End zone, okay.
Hey, I ain't got that kind of money to be like that. Oh no, I'm struggling.
PJ just freeze up.
Uh-oh.
Who froze up? Me? Am I frozen?
No.
No, everybody's good.
What just happened? Did a meteorite hit the?
He's hearing noises and
States?
not seeing things.
Are you guys
What's
still
going
here?
on
Can you
over
guys
there,
still
man?
see me?
Yes.
Are you in?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just
Were
lost
you
Foster
taking a
and
bunch of Mammy's gummies
Steve?
and stuff now, Pete?
Yep.
Something's wrong with your system, Shorty, because everybody's on the screen.
Yeah.
all right. Let me try. I'm gonna hop out. It might be mine.
About freaking time.
It's probably that Mac of
Did I
yours.
say that out loud?
Yourself, Walt. All right, back.
Don't threaten us, dude.
Right.
There we
Wow.
go. That's better without him, man.
So what is your impressions of this game this week, Steve? What do you think is going to happen?
I honestly, I think the Lions gonna win, but I think it's gonna be closer than what people think. I think it's gonna be somewhere within the 24-20 or 27-24. I think the Bears are gonna find a way to make it close than what people think. I don't think, as much as I want to say a blowout, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think we're gonna have some difficulty with Justin Fields if he plays. You know,
He's playing.
I think, like I said before, he's a mobile quarterback, so we're gonna have some. I think we're gonna have some trouble with him. I think for some reason we have trouble with Mooney. We have trouble with Mooney. Sometimes we can't stay with him. He'd be too fast for us. But
what position do you think you guys would dominate at?
I gotta say the run game. I gotta say the run game, and I gotta say with Amon St. Brown. I don't think the Bears have anybody that can stay with Amon St. Brown and Jameson Williams.
How's he doing this year, Jameson Williams?
He's struggled, but he's picking up. He's picking up his game now because he's had a lot of drop footballs, and it's messed up with his confidence, and he's still really trying to get back into form from his injury because I think he still feels the effect of his injury. But I think he's still coming along though. This last couple games, he's been playing very well.
Okay.
Playing very well. But it's that St. Brown is just
he's a monster. He's a monster.
Yeah. Now what do y'all think about y'all St. Brown with the Bears? What's y'all take on them?
He's just a guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Wow.
I think he has maybe 1 or 2 receptions this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's just a guy. And when I say just a guy, I mean just a guy on the roster. He's not even just a guy on the field. He's just a guy on the roster.
He's a good blocker.
And all that talk he do about my city, and he only has 2 catches. Wow.
If that, maybe 1. So I'm not for sure. But yeah, he's just a guy.
Yeah, he was coach's decision left off the active roster for what, 3 weeks there, PJ, I think, on top of it.
Yeah, then he was on he was injured for 4 weeks. So yeah,
okay.
he may have one or 2 catches.
Wow.
He's got 2, PJ.
Oh, he has 2. Okay, so yeah, I see him 1 or 2.
Yeah. So basically, y'all saying he's a seat filler.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a role player.
Absolutely.
That's about it.
Yeah, he's a guy we look at and go, man, I wish you were your brother.
Yeah.
That's how we look at it. Like, yeah, I wish you were your brother. So yeah,
because I know I watched their podcast that they had together. So
yeah,
but he talks a lot about my city. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Well, I think he does that because his brother does the opposite. So that's why I think that's the dynamic. I mean, he can't be quiet because his brother's ripping us.
Right. Yeah. But
isn't our St. Brown the older one? I think he's the older one, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amon-Ra's younger. Amon-Ra's younger.
So I would. Yeah, you ain't gonna let your little brother out talk you now.
Oh no. Definitely not.
You're right.
Definitely not. So now, how do y'all feel about what's your thoughts about Khalil Herbert?
Go ahead,
To
Foster.
me, he's going to be perfect. I think if we put him more back in the role he was in last couple of years with Monty, where Foreman comes in first. He's the bruiser basher. You see that he stepped right in. He's getting like you put him in for us. It's like 80 yards plus a game if you look at the stats. And then mixing Herbert, and hopefully he'll get back to form. But I think he has improved in multiple areas that people were talking down on him from last year. They were like, oh, the guy can't pass block. He can't catch passes, So I think he's improved in that from what we've seen. It's a small sample size, but I think there's improvement. And I like our running back room right now with Foreman, Herbert, and Roschon Johnson, the rookie. To me, he can do it all, and he's shown he can do it all. He's probably the best. He's probably the best. Would be the best blocker in the backfield out of the three, in my opinion. And then he caught a couple passes last week and picked up some tough yards after the catch. He got whacked on one play, but came right back and ran it up the middle for 3 or 4. So I think I'm satisfied with our running room. We got to stop your running game, and I would just lock up Jalen Johnson on St. Brown all day. I think, because those are the two things I think that would get us into trouble, like you're talking about, man. That's the things we got to stop, and then we got to hit Goff early somehow. We got to run some schemes or blitzes, because we all see what that guy's capable of. I don't care what anybody said about him the last few years. Look at his numbers, man. They talk about Kirk Cousins and all these other guys. And Cousins hasn't done anything either. At least Goff he played in the Super Bowl, man. So everybody tries to get there every year.
It's true.
It ought to be interesting. I hope it's going to be even this. I wanted to bring this up earlier and I forgot, because Nomis mentioned Herbert, but then I also wanted to say, so the spread on that game, I think Monday, was 10.5 to the Lions. Bears get 10.5, Lions minus 10.5. Then it went down to 9.5 within like 20 hours. And then, Bajan already told us at the end of that game Thursday night, he said it was great going out with the win. So we already knew Fields was playing. He said it Thursday night. At least I did. Everybody was so shocked. They just dropped when they announced that Fields was coming back to this game, the point spread is now 7.5. So they dropped it 3 points in 4 days. So I'm hoping for a closer game than everybody thinks. And I think last week was the one of the weeks where the Bears didn't cover the spread, because they've been covering the spread, I think, 3 out of 4 weeks. And last week the spread was 3 and it was 16-13. So that's a move. But I'm hoping for a good game, and I'm hoping we beat you. I think it's going to be tight. I say we got to slow you guys down, and we got to score 27, 28 points to win this game, in my mind. That's only if we can stop the running game, which is going to be difficult, because you got 2 great runners in my mind on that field, and they're not the same kind of runners either. It's a nice mix there too. If I put it in steps, I'd say you guys are just a little bit above us between Monty and Gibbs, and then we got Foreman and Herbert with the additive of Roschon Johnson. I don't know who was the third back you guys got. Jameson? No.
Craig Reynolds.
Yeah, Craig Reynolds. I'm mixing guys up, so I don't know too much about him.
The receiver.
Oh no, the receiver is Josh Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But it ought to be an interesting contest. There was a couple more scores that people put out. Go back and look at them. I'll have to. I just wanted to make sure I threw that in there, how they changed. Even Vegas changed the moment it was announced that Fields. Put it this way. When they said Fields was going to start, it immediately went down to, they dropped it 2 more points from that last point spread. So even they think it's going to be closer than people are talking. So who knows? We'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have a different take on how I would handle is it Amon St. Brown?
Yeah, Amon St. Brown.
I would put Jalen Johnson on Williams. I would put Jalen Johnson on Williams, and then I would have Kyler Gordon follow St. Brown around, but doubling. I would double him. Yeah, I would double him with a safety, but I would have Kyler follow him around. And I think that could neutralize him. And then we're ranked second right now as far as run defense. So I feel pretty good about being able to stop you guys. I mean, I love Monty. I love Monty. And I think behind a great line like you guys got, he's doing well. And I wanted Gibbs, as a matter of fact. He was one of the guys I wanted in the draft. So I love your running back room. But I think we can contain him, especially with Sanborn being in the lineup, because he's more of a run defender than what Edmonds is. And so we also have Edwards. So yeah, I think we can do a good job of containing that part, and I think that would be the secret to trying to beat you guys. Doubling St. Brown, have Jalen all the time on Williams, and then our run defense should be able to stop you guys' run offense.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put money on it though.
Yeah. I'm worried about y'all tight ends because we have a tough time with tight ends. So, Clement, we always seem to have a tough time with Clement. I think if y'all go to him a lot more, because we have a tough time, like our linebackers have a tough time dealing with good, tight ends. We have a time with that. That's one of the things we got. What cost us with Baltimore. We couldn't stay with Mark Andrews. He was just too good. And then you just use that. I would say the Bears should use the same type of the same thing as the Ravens did with have Fields and Clement, kind of like Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. I think that would be really, really big for the Bears. I think if they do that with the Lions, I think they may have a shot. They may have a shot.
Getsy will not change. Getsy will stick to his offense. He will not change. I mean, I see your point, and a very valid point. But Getsy, that's not his MO.
Yeah. Guess not.
It's not his MO. I mean, it's like I'm gonna predict right now. We will throw 5 to 7 screen passes
12.
where we just throw it straight down the line. It will be about 5 to 7 of them.
Or 12.
Right. So that other stuff, us going heavy personnel, I don't see us doing that. I don't. So yeah.
Understandable.
That was one of the things that we talked about earlier on a show I was on was is Getsy big enough to just let his ego go and put this stuff in a better context for Fields to have a better game, man? I don't know if he's capable. I don't know.
Fields was having a hell of a time with Komet before he got injured. So let's see what like Steve's saying, if they have a hard time with tight ends, you would think they'd be able to scheme that in, right? And make that a target for Justin this game. This game plan should be around Komet, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a pass rusher outside of Hutchinson?
You got Houston. I don't know if he's still hurt though.
But he's injured.
Okay.
We had Charles Harris, but I think he's injured.
Okay.
So a lot of our guys is injured.
So if we lock up Hutchinson, we pretty good on pass protection, I take it?
Well, there's still other guys that can, do something, but not as much of an impact as Hutchinson.
Okay.
Not as much.
Okay.
So and that's something we really got to work on is getting we got to add some people to the defensive line.
Yeah, that's what I say with that Jack Campbell pick. That's why I was surprised with that pick. I'm like, you guys could have had so much more instead of going for a middle linebacker early in the first round.
Yeah. See, the problem is we deep at linebacker. We with Anzalone and Malcolm Rodriguez, and Derek Barnes. We're deep in that position, but some of those guys like Anzalone has played better than anybody as far as the linebacker.
Is he the one with the long blonde hair?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I remember him from the Hard Knocks last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just and I'm gunning for Campbell to play more. I know he's gonna do well. He just has to have more playing time. But when you're so deep in so many of those of certain positions, because we have a lot of those in our position, especially in the safeties,
right?
Safety and corners. So that's one thing about it. But yeah, we need a defensive lineman. We need another one. That's why we were so hurt that y'all got Sweat and all these other guys that got picked, because that would have. Because even in our podcast, we talk about that, like, oh, they gave up was just a pick, and that, we could have did that, but we don't know what they would offer. So,
what salary cap? What's your guys' salary cap looking like?
It's not bad. I mean, I don't think it's too bad.
Okay,
it shouldn't be. It's just that, do they want to spend the money to get these players? That's the big thing, But a lot of our guys have been hurt. So
when you're in the position that you guys are, you would think that getting the Sweat to go along with Hutchinson would have been the key move to make at this point in the season, like a Major League Baseball team does, to go all in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or Chase Young. We wish we could have got a Chase Young, but Chase Young has a history in injuries. So,
but if you could rent him for the rest of the year and not even re-sign him next year, just go all in, I could see that would be a good move for you with a 3rd-round pick. Who gives a shit?
Right. Yeah. Or even get somebody like a Javion Clowney just as a rental.
He's still out there, right? He's still out there.
Yeah. He's playing for he actually plays for Baltimore.
Oh, does he?
With the Ravens.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because I actually saw him get a sack on Burrow. So
okay.
Yep.
I was actually surprised that you guys didn't go after Ndagwe before the start of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised. I mean, that's one of the teams I thought might go after him. But I'm glad you didn't.
Right.
But
I just think this team is set on the players that we have. I don't think they want to do any trades or anything. They just want to see what we have and see how these guys play. And
that's a good way to do it, though. I mean, I support that philosophy.
Absolutely. That's why I think y'all got a good thing with the Bears, man. Y'all got a lot of good young talent there. Just they got to just stay healthy, and you just got to play these young guys.
Mm-hmm.
You got to trust them. You got to trust them.
What is your observation from the outside of this coaching regime that we have here? Do you think it's something that is worth sticking with because the defense is playing better with Flus calling the plays now after the defensive coordinator retired? Or do you think that the team should just, as an outside fan, do you think they should just blow this up and start over again?
I think you got to at least try at least another year or two just to see what you have. Because, like I said, it's been a lot of injuries, and Justin Fields just coming back. So you got to see what kind of time, and then you got to see the drafting too. Like, try to see who you draft next year, and then see how this team is going to play. Like, see how a healthy Justin Fields. Let's say you guys do draft a Marvin Harrison. Let's see how Fields and Harrison and Moore and all these guys gel together, because that can make it better. Or draft another offensive lineman to protect Justin Fields.
Yeah, because sometimes giving up after too quickly is the wrong decision, right? Sometimes you just have to stick it out and just go, this is the process. We knew this is going to happen. We're just going to progress along. We're at the same rate that we thought that we would be at 2 years ago, and let's just keep doing this. Rather than blow it up, have everyone learn a whole new system all over again, new play calls, all that shit.
Yep.
You would think the best thing to do would be to keep it together and see what you can get out of it in the third season, right? Because
right.
if you
then you know the offense and you know the defense, you already know the plays. You just got to learn it. And then when you have more experience, then you know exactly what to do. Instead, just like you said, you learn a new offense. Now you got to just learn everything again. And then certain players, they don't want to do that. It's especially even veterans, they get tired of that too.
Right.
You know, a lot of veterans don't like new coaches.
Outside looking in, you're now the GM for a day, and you have the number 1 overall pick. What are you doing?
Marvin Harrison.
Huh?
Marvin Harrison.
With the number 1 pick?
Yes. Yes. You have him and DJ. Y'all got some special things. Special.
Okay.
I agree. I think I'd try and see if I could work something with who's ever second, because if possible, or maybe even third, depending on who it is, because we know who's going to be looking for a quarterback. I think nothing's 100%, but you believe the teams that are going to be up there are looking for a quarterback. Them 1, 2, 3 spots, maybe even the top 4. So, but I'm with you, man. Somebody said this today. Oh, trade him to the Cardinals, and I was like, okay, if we could do that, and they're second, and they still got all those picks, because they've got like 3 first-round picks, or I think 3 picks in the top. It depends on where they finish. They could literally have, I think, like the last pick could be like pick 34 or 35 depending on where they finish, man.
Who?
Well, I posed this question.
If they wound up in second, their pick lineup would be really good to get 3 picks out of them if possible for a QB if they go there.
I posed this question, and I see a guy in the chat named Foster Cover says Chop Robinson or Verse.
Chop Robinson, go Verse.
We were talking defensive ends in the chat, man. They brought it up.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't in response to my question. As far as what you would do with the number 1 pick.
No. That wasn't
okay.
Because we've got another pick there. We've got 5 here. I figure we're going to end up with pick number 2. This is just my thought. Giants are going to get 1, Panthers 2, and we'll get somewhere between 6 and 10, maybe at the worst. And the guys I'm talking about are probably, if we're lucky, they're going to go 13, 14, 15, 16. Because these defensive ends, it seems like they've been moving back because it seems like there's a nice overabundance of wide receivers in this draft. So looking at the draft, and I just started looking at everything last night. I kind of got in it and spent too much time looking at it because it's way too early to do it. But that's where we're at today, looking at it today. So
it would almost be better to have the second pick in the first, because then it's a surefire take Marvin, because the quarterback's going 1, right? No matter who it is.
Yeah.
Surefire take. That way you don't have to take Marvin Harrison at 1. You can take him at 2. Man, I don't know what the difference is at that point, really, but
at 1 you might be able to trade back and still get him. At 2, you just got to take him. You got to take him. Because he's going in the first 2 or 3 picks.
If you're trading back to 2, yeah. But if you're trading back to 5 or
you're
not going to get him.
I think I will disagree with Foster on one thing. You say that you think Giants going to get the number 1 pick. I have a sneaky suspicion New England.
Yeah, that's my other one. But I got them kind of stuck at 3 because I think they'll just New Englandly mistakenly win a game or 2.
I don't know.
Yeah, but if you New England, who do you pick in the draft? Because you have Mac Jones.
Oh, they're done with him. They're done with him. They're done with him. They're done with him. He's got benched how many times now? I'm telling you, I see Belichick looking at him like, I can't wait to get rid of this kid.
They could pull the same thing because the best player in this draft is MH Jr., man. He's the best player in this draft. He may not be the first pick, but he's the best player. The guy is ready for the NFL. Have you watched you watched some of it, right?
I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be the first pick. I'm guarantee you the first pick is gonna be Caleb Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. But Harrison's the best guy in the draft.
Absolutely, I agree.
But Williams is gonna be first. That's why I'm like, unless there's another team second that you know is going to take a quarterback, and you got the second pick yourself, you can only go back to 3 because there's only 2 quarterbacks that could possibly go ahead of them. At least 2 days. 2 days. And there's only 2 more weeks of college football. So this stuff's pretty much already booked until we get to the next stage of it.
Yeah, but let's look at the draft last year. We expected Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud to go 1-2, and then possibly Will Levis and Anthony Richardson to go 3-4, and then you have the Texans come up to pick 3, right, and took Will Anderson. Why are we going to play that game? Like I said, let's just take what we got, man. If we got the number 1 pick and Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, run up with that card and take it off the board. His college production made Megatron look soft.
You guys did. I still was just miffed that the Panthers didn't take C.J. Stroud because I just thought he was better. To me, Young's too small, man. I would have to go with C.J. Stroud.
God, didn't.
When you look at them both on film, I got to take C.J. Stroud every day over Bryce Young. My opinion.
Well, I think both are good, and if you flip flopped with Bryce Young in where C.J. Stroud is with the Texans, I think it'd be a different story. It would just be repeating itself with now C.J. Stroud would be the guy who's 1-8. The Texans are just a better led team.
But it's still possible that whatever. I still like C.J. better, man.
Bryce is being coached by that McCown guy.
Frank Reich, the guy looks like a homeless man on the side. I mean, come on.
No, I'm talking about the guy who's a quarterback coach. Isn't it like McCown or something?
I think so.
Yeah, the one that Shorty been pounding the table for there.
Yep. Shorty pounds a lot of things, and it's not always the table.
I'm good at it. That's why.
Yeah, right.
And that's brought to you by StreamYard.
Nobody does Shorty like Shorty.
Hey, put that on the shirt. Put it on the shirt.
Yeah. That one absolutely should be on a shirt.
So can the Giants get out of Daniel Jones' contract?
Oh, you mean Danny Dimes?
Man, I mean, because I keep hearing the same thing that Foster's saying that if Giants get up there, they're going to take a quarterback. I'm like, but didn't they just sign Danny to a big contract?
Yes,
they did.
They did.
So I don't see them
going anywhere, guys.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's what I was saying too. Is because New England could do this, Detroit could do it. You take Marvin Harrison, you get your quarterback down the road, and you're looking the whole time anyways. You never know what's out there, man. Look at all the switches and some of these quarterbacks that come out of the blue. You see this kid for Illinois that was at Ball State? Paddock was at Ball State. He goes to Illinois, comes in, they're losing a game. There's no way that they're going to win. He throws for 509 yards or something like that, wins the game. Then they're expecting their other quarterback to start the next week, and he's nowhere near as good.
Right.
So Paddock comes in, they win that game because of him. They just benched him today, and they're not going to start him, and people are going nuts. But the guy's come out of nowhere. And he's been talented. He was always just stuck in the wrong place, man. Things like that happen every day.
I just think, when these quarterbacks get paid, it's hard to move on from them. That's what I'm saying. So whether it's Kyler Murray or Daniel Jones, they just got paid recently. So them taking another quarterback, I think Giants would go after Harrison. I think Cardinals will go after Harrison. I don't see it.
You see what Cliff's saying?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Jones,
so I don't know.
$160 million with $92 million guaranteed. He's getting 92 no matter what.
I'm kind of leaning towards with Walt that with the number 1 pick, you might have to go ahead and get Marvin Harrison because these other teams.
Probably gonna have to.
I mean,
we got it.
Unless it's like I said, New England. I can see them moving on from Mac Jones because he's still on that rookie deal.
If the Bears have picks 1 and 5, you have to take, unless you're going to move down to 2.
That's about the furthest you can go.
Right. You just take them there. Who cares?
Yeah. You're going to have to. and then you work something out with 5. Everybody's saying take an offensive tackle there. You could do that too. You could take Joe Alt maybe at 5,
or the guy from Penn State.
If he's the best player in the draft, take him there.
I don't know. I can't get behind taking offensive tackles with 5.
I can't either. I would trade it back and try and get that defensive end, Walt.
Yeah, but there's nothing going on with our 2 offensive tackles that we really need to change it up right now.
Nope.
I mean, outside of Braxton Jones' neck injury this year, he's been pretty durable. So that's not really a concern there. I mean, the main concern was his bull rush, and he seemed to be doing better at that this year too. So
Braxton and Wright are above average left tackles who are only going to get better because they're still so young, man. They're still so young. Yeah. And wait till next year when Wright might be completely healed because the guy's had a nagging arm injury for a month now?
Yeah.
I remember watching him in the Raiders game. He's basically handling Max Crosby like 10 times with one arm. I was going, wow, this guy's going to be good, man.
Yeah.
He's going to be good at some point. He's going to be a top 7 tackle in the league.
Now they say normally wide receivers haven't really gone before pick number 4. Even Chase.
Hey, you know that better than anyone, right, Steve?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. We definitely know that here.
Even Jamar Chase was pick number 4 or 5, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I mean, maybe that'll be the only reason why Harrison may not go number 1 overall, because normally wide receivers don't go that high.
He's just special, though, PG. So special. He's ready.
Oh,
he's going to jump right in, most likely, be productive from day one.
It takes a special situation to take a wide receiver number 1 right there, right? I think it's ours. I think we're like one of the rare situations it would take to draft Marvin Harrison number 1. If we have the pick and we have 5 or 6 or 7 after that, if we have 1 and 3, yeah, maybe not. He'll be sitting there probably at 3, right? I would think maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't need the way people are talking. It'd have to be the right situation, Shorty, where you know that both those teams are taking.
And you never know how, as it builds up to the draft too, everything changes that week before too. So I got to tell you, Steve, you're a fucking trooper for hanging out with us tonight, and we're talking 80% Bears.
Yeah,
and you're hanging out with us, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, of course. I told you I'm versatile with all sports and teams, so I follow. No problem. No problem at all. I'm having a ball with y'all, man. Y'all are a lot of fun, man. Y'all
Thank you, man. So are you.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming on too.
Oh, no problem. Whenever y'all want me to come on, I'll be on. No doubt about it.
Well, in 2 weeks you can come on again, right?
I was just gonna say that.
Hey, let's do it.
You can say that. But if you guys cream us really bad this Sunday, we might not have you on, dude.
Oh, well, hey, man. I ain't got no control over that.
Oh, no, wait. Actually, in 2 weeks, we can have you on because we're having Eric Kramer on.
Kramer's on.
Oh.
I made a little promo for that. I'll go ahead and play it, Walt. I just wanted to. So, November 30th. Go ahead and play it, Walt. November 30th. So Eric Kramer is going to be our guest on Thursday, November 30th, the week after Thanksgiving. He just wrote that new book. It's about his experience with life and growing up, playing football, coming to the NFL, becoming a lion and a bear, and shooting himself. And it's very I bought the book. The book is absolutely amazing. Like I'm I could not put it down. I went to bed at like 2:00 in the morning last night because I could not stop reading this book. It is an excellent book. Even yourself, Steve, as a former, you guys got him after the Falcons. He took you guys to a playoff win.
Yeah.
And he took us to he still holds these records for quarterback for us. Like all the shit that he has been through, like I couldn't believe how good his book already is. I'm only like 4 chapters in. It is a great book. I really highly recommend anyone who's an Eric Kramer fan to go check that out because, dude, wow. The opening line of his book is absolutely, it just sucks you in. You just can't stop reading from there on out. It sucked me in. So, guys, check out the book.
He had to say it twice.
We'll be talking to you were the one sucking on a sucker half the fucking show.
Kramer, man, when I saw his last game as a Lion because he played his last game in Soldier Field I don't know if it was the last game. Yeah, that was the last game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It was December 26th, 1993. Freezing freaking cold. My mustache froze. My beer in my hand froze solid. It wasn't a slush beer, man. It froze freaking almost solid completely. And that guy ripped us apart. And I was sitting there going, man, I wish we had that fucking guy on our team.
Me too. And
then next year we had that guy on our team. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I really liked him, not only as a football player, but as a human being too,
Me too.
What was that date?
It'll be November 30th. So Thursday.
The date of the football game that he was at where he froze.
Oh, that would be 1993.
26, 1993. There's a copy of the ticket somewhere on here.
So you being Santa Claus, you gave yourself that gift?
Hey,
yeah.
There's enough time in the day for a guy like me because I am Santa Claus.
That's what I'm saying.
So I worked for the Bears. You guys kind of know this, but Steve doesn't. I worked for the Bears during the 1995-96 seasons, and I had to run off stats, copies of all the stats at the end of each quarter, and staple them all together and hand them out to all the press people in the press box. So I watched the game from the press box. I couldn't cheer or anything. I had to be totally dead silent. And then like 5 minutes to go in each quarter, I had to go run off copy, staple them all together, and hand them out to everyone in the press box, all the sports people. And this is my media pass.
Oh, wow.
From that season. So this is actually my Platteville training camp pass. So we were in training camp with the Bears that year, stayed in the dorms with them, ate our meals with them. I got to stand on the sidelines and during training camp and stuff. And Eric Kramer was the quarterback of that team.
Now you're going his way.
You're out of here. You're out of here. Fucking interrupt me on a good. I was on a good rant. Damn it.
I'd like to cut those off here on BCP.
So it'll be a great show to talk to him about that because not that he remembers me, but I was there for that whole season, so it's pretty cool. So you're out of here. You're still out of here. Come back when you figure all that out. Are you done? Are you done?
Hey, Eric, you remember me? I used to dry your back off in it.
I was on the sidelines, Eric.
It's like I used to staple papers.
Did you see me in the press box from the field, Eric?
Well, you're that training camp. I used to dry your back off when you got out the shower.
I'm glad I was drinking heavily back then, so I didn't have to even worry about seeing this guy.
Oh
man,
I love Shorty. I promise I love Shorty.
All love. All
PJ,
love.
just not too
He
much.
gives me so much material to work with, man.
You had a sucker in your mouth the entire first half of the show, and I let it go most of it.
No, you did. Oh, during the show, you did. We started this show late, guys, because they had to talk about the sucker in PJ's mouth. I shit you not. We were what, about a minute or two late, Walt, because of the sucker conversation?
Well, hold on, though.
Oh, no, wait. That was the other one. I forget.
Shorty had a sucker in his mouth at that time, too.
I deliberately went and grabbed the sucker.
Short, even if you don't see it, Peach, even if you don't see it, because you know how short he is, he's always got a sucker in his mouth or somewhere else.
Cliff's saying, Shorty, tell him your one such story. I'm trying to, but PJ keeps cutting me off.
I'm helping him.
That's it. I'm not telling the story now.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Oh,
you lose out on the story, Steve. It's all because of PJ.
Time it worked. That's the first time it worked, Peach.
And we got a PJ on our podcast. We call him Nomus J. So we got one like that too. So shout out to Nomus.
Nomus. Gotta get the guys on here one time, man.
Oh yeah, got to.
Vice versa, whatever, man.
Oh yeah. I was hoping
y'all got to join our podcast too, man. Y'all got to do it too. Y'all got that open invitation.
What days do you guys do your podcast?
We do it Wednesdays because we used to do it Monday and Thursdays, but because of the NFL season, we do it every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Central.
Okay.
Yeah, I see. I have podcasts. We do this Thursday, and then there's another one on Monday. And I just said, "Fuck it, I don't care anymore." It's like because of the whole YouTube thing, I don't have cable or DirecTV or anything like that, so I can't even watch the Monday night games. I'm gonna have to
give it $200, so you still cool. You just get you a Fire Stick and
I have a Fire Stick.
Butter.
No, I have a Fire Stick. I've tried all the nooks and crannies. The only thing I can do is log into my mom's Comcast account, in which case I have to keep getting an activation code from her, and then it takes 2 hours to do all that because I have to call her or she'll get the text and not see it. It's a pain in the ass. I don't have to. I don't want to have to do that. I paid for the fucking NFL on YouTube.
Then why don't you watch the
games?
So you can't watch the game then?
No. So Thursday nights are on Prime, right? So that's because we have Amazon Prime. Sunday nights are on NBC. That's because I have an NBC app. And then Monday nights are on ESPN that I don't have a cable provider for. But I pay $350 a year for the fucking YouTube app for every game. Give me the fucking games. What the fuck? Sorry, PJ.
Yeah.
That was a lot boring for you.
There's got to be a better way, dude. There's a better way to do that.
That sounds like me and NBA League Pass. I got a League Pass, but I can't watch Piston games. And if I watch Piston games, I got to watch it 3 days later.
Are you a Piston fan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can we get him off the show now?
Wait, what? What game?
Dude, if he goes for being a Pistons fan, you go for being a Lakers fan.
You're out of here. You're out of here, PJ. He asks a Detroit fan if he's a Pistons fan. A guy living in Illinois, he was a fucking Lakers fan. Jeez.
Man. You trying to do come out right? Man.
Can't be no worse than being a Bears fan in Georgia.
PJ, to your credit, man, the Lakers kind of transcend the entire country in terms of fan base to begin with.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
okay, I'll give you that.
I mean, it's not like we got the most championships in the NBA history.
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean we? You don't live there.
What do you mean I don't live there?
You don't live in California? You can't say we.
I live in Lakerland, bro. In my mind.
You can't say we if you don't live in California.
If you've been going for a team since 1970, you can say we. I got 53 years vested here, bro.
Let's take a vote on that. We have 5 people in here. What do you guys say? I say no.
What's the vote, dude? I mean, what's the
Yeah.
question here?
Can you say we if you don't live in California and you're a Lakers fan?
You can say no. My argument is you can say we if you've been a fan for 50 years plus. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm not even that old, so
See, I rest my case.
What are you, like 30?
36.
All right.
Well,
Dan, shut up. Wait, Dan, did you turn 50 yet? No.
No, I turned 49 this Christmas.
Yeah, see, that doesn't even count then. You don't know.
So I've been a Laker fan longer than you've been alive.
Fair enough then. Fair enough.
He's been
like I was saying. Yes. It's we. 17 championships.
Fucking
welcome back.
I'm a Yankees fan. I'm a Yankees fan. Look how many championships we've won. Come on, dude.
Why don't you say you're a Canadians fan while you're at it too?
That's right.
Oh man. You guys are the most fun to give shit to and receive shit from, I tell you that much.
Well, we need to do it more often.
Oh,
wait till you go to prison, buddy.
Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds
I'm gonna have to start
really personal.
I have to start cleaning out my paneling now, PJ. If you're gonna do that to him, what are you gonna do to me?
That sounds
I'm just saying. I mean, he said we're the most fun. Wait till they go to prison.
Ooh.
Wait, so you've been to prison?
Yeah.
How do you know how much fun it is?
I've been there.
Have you lived in prison?
Now you
Pretty
get
much.
personal.
Exactly. Now, see, you were getting personal.
I ain't getting personal. I'm just telling.
Yeah.
If you're there 8 hours a day,
I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
Gotta watch out for Nasty Nate and that fruit cocktail.
Or Big Bubba in the shower. Don't drop the soap.
Because next time you're gonna want some cocktail. Fruit.
Soap on a rope.
Oh man.
The crazy thing is, Steve, Foster actually has soap on a rope.
Mm. Mm.
Oh no, don't
You know,
make
back in the day when they used to have that soap bar on the rope,
Yep.
he actually got that.
don't make him pull it out.
I'll be honest, PJ. I thought you were going to say he has an original copy of the Ten Commandments.
well, I never told
That ain't right.
this. I
That
never
ain't
told
right.
anyone this, but when God gave them to me, there was 3 tablets, so it was 15, and I broke one. I just didn't tell them.
He may not have the tablets, but I know he got a part of that burning bush.
Came out, and I was like, "All right, guys, you got to take hold of these 15, these 10 commandments that I bring before you." That was what's his name? The movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was the May the Schwartz be with you. What's
Mel
his name?
Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Thank you.
Oh man.
Oh man, good stuff, guys.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
So
That is funny.
we touched basically on that Detroit defense, but we didn't get into too much of your linebacking core or because I know you guys got problems in that secondary. There's been a lot of injuries for you guys.
Yeah.
So maybe fill us on who you got and what you're missing, man. Because PJ doesn't talk to polls anymore. He used to talk to him on the phone. Now he just sends them emails.
Yeah,
He does.
That kind of goes along to the question I wanted to ask you about how you're feeling about your team. So you can answer his question and kind of follow it up with like your overall like just excitement for your team right now. I want to hear it.
Yeah. It's just like we do got some injuries in that secondary, man. I mean, CJ, just all around, man. We just had a lot of injuries, but luckily we have the depth to fill in those spots. Hopefully we do. You know, especially with CJ, we got Kirby Joseph, we got Tracy Walker. Unfortunately, we got Emmanuel Mosley, who's been gone for a long time. So, but we have a lot of guys like the Cam Suttons, the Jerry Jacobs. But as far as the team, Man, I'm loving this team. The fans love it. They're so excited. This is the first time I think since they had Ford Field that the season they was filled from season tickets. Like season tickets was filled.
Yeah,
and you have to go on a waiting list to go on next year's list.
and probably when you bought your season tickets, it was like, fuck it, I'll just buy season tickets. They're cheap, right?
Well, yeah, well, I don't know about cheap, but yeah, I'm just saying. I had to get them.
Yeah,
I had to get them, but I'm just so excited about this team and the direction and our draft picks and everything. But some of the fan base, they're a little like, oh, just because they're 7-2, they always got to nitpick. They always got to say, oh, the defense doing this, but just got to embrace being 7-2. Every team has nicks and crannies, and they have issues, but it's just you still got to have the depth and everything. It's next man up. That's how I look at it. If one guy goes out, it's next man up. But I'm just excited about this team in the season.
How do you say Shorty in the shower?
I didn't say that. You said that.
Next man up.
How do you feel like overall about your team? Like as far as just long term, how do you feel about going into the playoffs this year? Do you think you stand a chance of sustaining a run, or are you like a little bit worried that maybe you're looking at the competition and thinking, not so sure, maybe next year? Or it all kind of depends on how you feel about Jared Goff, I guess, right?
Yeah, and how healthy our team is. That's going to be the big thing. But I think we can go far. I think we could go. I think there's a possibility we can go to Super Bowl. It's just the 49ers and the Eagles. That's our biggest hurdles right now. They're two talented teams, and 9 times out of 10 we got to go to them in the NFC Championship game. And luckily for this team, they on the road they have been pretty well. They don't get intimidated by any team on the road.
Are you guys more of a man team or a zone team as far as the coverage?
I would say they're more of a man coverage. They will want to be because they I don't think they don't like zone. They're more of a man-to-man team to me. Okay. That's how I look at it. Because even if they get beat, you still got Kirby Joseph out there who get them interceptions. So
now, am I correct in you guys had a cornerback from Ohio State that you drafted and then like let go of after 2 years or something like that?
Yeah, Jeff Okudah.
Okay. Where's he at?
He's with the Falcons.
He wasn't working out for you guys, obviously. I mean, what was his hang up? I
think injuries. He just kept getting injured.
Okay.
And that's what goes back to, guys, you drafting a guy high in the draft, especially a corner.
Right.
Because that's one position you question about drafting in the top 5 is a corner.
Yeah.
But you don't know how good these corners is going to be, or some of these positions, even wide receivers. The guys talk about wide receivers and also running backs. Sometimes you don't know about drafting a running back high.
Yeah.
Guys like Saquon Barkley. Like Saquon Barkley has the injuries, and I feel for him being with the Giants. Look at what he has to go through.
Yep.
But
I'm happy to see you guys take David Montgomery and use him how he should be used. Because,
Agreed.
We all loved Monty here. We especially PJ. I'm in the same suit as PJ. Like I really want to hang on to our good players and try to re-sign them. And it seems like that hasn't happened lately. And I can understand why. I guess new general manager, new regime, just kind of maybe I can do better. But for you guys, it pissed us off for the first part that he went to Detroit. And then now he's putting up good numbers, and he's proving that if he was that workhorse back for us, like we all thought he could be and should have been, that he would have been playing just as well or better. And I'm happy for him. Mayhem saying he's a traitor, but I mean, come on, dude, you got to follow the money, right? And you got to follow
I mean, I don't think
popping up. We weren't.
None of us here would turn down getting a raise by going to another company. I mean, so
I'm going through that right now. Fuck.
See, so that's what I mean. So I can't. Yeah, the fandom in you want to say, "Oh, stick with the Bears," but if this other team offer me more money, I mean, I gotta feed my family. So,
and look at how they did Deion Sanders. They still get on him about leaving Jackson State to go to Colorado.
Right.
They say, "Oh, we betrayed the Black university and everything,"
Right.
But just like you said, you going to where the money is. That people tend to forget. He made a song back in the day about money. Must be the money.
Must be the money.
Must be the money.
Turning me up. Must be the money.
I'm going right now. Like I worked for a company. I'm a contractor for the last 10 years. I've made good money, but this company headhunted me, and it's through somebody that I used to know, that I used to work with years ago. And they want to like pay me twice as much. Like, how do I really don't want to leave like you are about to, PJ. I really want to stay where I'm at because I'm comfortable.
Yeah, but there's more to it about that, man.
I'm just saying, like, right. I would rather stay where
I swear y'all do that at the perfect time, and it's so funny, man. Oh my God.
You gotta be content though, too, man.
Thank you, Steve. We try really hard here too.
Yeah. It's nothing like getting headhunted, huh? Sure.
Everyone wants to get their head hunted.
I've been trying for a month.
What Foster say? You've been trying for a month.
A month? Come on, dude. With that beard, it's been years.
I'm just saying, man. You might want to climb down that
beard ain't even years old, dude. And whose fault is this beard? Where's your beard? Where's your playoff beard, man?
Climbing down the chimney,
now,
bro.
As soon as I'm stuck, man. I got to go with this at least till Christmas.
So, Steve,
I was just like, screw the Bears thing. If the Lions make the playoffs, I'm done. So that should happen. That could happen Sunday, right? I'm just
depending on what Minnesota do, yeah.
I talked to Foster about. I said, let's do a PJ or let's do a PJ beard. Let's do a playoff.
Dude, he wants you, PJ. He just wants you.
Let's do a playoff beard, guys.
That sucker.
And then I forgot, and I was like, "Damn, what's going on with your beard, Foster?" He's like, "Playoff beard, asshole." I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." And so, you're gonna eventually shave that because we're not gonna make if you keep that thing growing, you're gonna look like ZZ Top
by next year. By next year,
yes,
yeah, I will.
Or Papa Smurf.
I already am.
He's already is Papa Smurf.
I am Santa Claus and Papa Smurf. I do have the shirt to prove one of them.
God, you're so Papa Smurf,
man.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, we have to change that right now.
You got to say the beard for the ladies to let them rub on.
Oh, you missed while we was backstage before the beginning of the show. That's all I got to say. I ain't gonna say no more.
There we go. Now you're Papa.
Might as well just say it, Paige.
No, man, that's your business. I can't say it.
Okay.
I can't say your business.
Thank you, Mo. Yes, I am. It's a very good contract. So yes, thank you. Papa Smurf. You are officially Papa Smurf, Foster. I'm gonna have to find you a Papa Smurf hat and just buy it for you and mail it to you.
Oh, shit, I'm trying to.
I gotta tell you, I do love the leather jacket tonight, though. That's a new twist.
No, it's not. It's from 1976. Happy days.
Thank you, PJ.
Yeah, where's the white T-shirt underneath it? Hey.
A lost Super Bowl is what that shirt's from, but
I understand, man.
I'll get you real good, Steve. At least we were there this century.
I just want to give you a heads up, Steve.
Yeah.
You ever hear of Jeffrey Dahmer?
I have.
Back in the day, When he was riding around doing those horrendous things, he had a van.
Yes.
And he was hiding bodies. He had a partner that nobody knew about.
Yes, he did.
The partner's Foster, and Foster got the bodies behind that paneling there.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say that his partner was Papa Smurf.
Man.
So because of that, that's how he got his last name, Covers, huh? He was covering the body, huh?
Covering the bodies and the paneling. Yep.
Okay.
Man, I haven't seen the paneling like that since 1978.
Oh wow. Wow.
And that's even older than that.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep.
It's true.
It's got to be 74, 75. I'm not exactly sure. It's one of those two summers. So,
he's at least 5 years older.
And the crazy thing is, he took Shorty to his house one time.
And he was able to leave.
And I survived.
That's the thing. He was able to get out
here too, man.
I'm a lot bigger than Foster, though. I was able to get up the fuck out of there.
That means absolutely nothing, but
I mean, and younger.
That
bigger and
means
younger.
Pause.
Okay. Yeah, it's
bigger and younger.
Like I said,
I didn't smell the dead bodies though. That's what's impressive. You can't smell it, Buster.
I was just grateful I wasn't raped. There was no suckers laying around here, brother.
I got to tell you, so was I.
That was only when Chris was here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve, I don't know. I think I told you this. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did, Steve. Because I used to walk past John Wayne Gacy's house like every day for like 3-4 years, man.
Oh wow!
Seriously.
Wow!
He actually hit my brother-in-law, or my soon-to-be brother-in-law at the time, with his car. And if his brother had not come running across the park, because he was dragging him around to the back door, and if he didn't come running across the park, he would have been a victim. My brother-in-law's brother actually got the number, the plate number, and he had gotten caught in the meantime before they notified him that that's who it was that hit him. So that was pretty scary. But
are you a victim?
No.
He just really wants to be. He's tired of he's tired of making victims. He wants
enough punishment for anyone.
But are you a victim?
Nope.
Doug Van Dorn. Yeah, you got to be glad when it turns out that neither Jeffrey Dahmer nor John Gacy found you attractive.
Absolutely. There's another one in there. There's another guy too. I can't remember. I saw it the other night. I'm going, holy shit, this guy was in my neighborhood too.
Larry Bright?
No, I don't remember. It's not him.
He was down my way.
Richard Speck. No.
Helter Skelter?
Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
Well, shit. This sounds like this show. You guys want to wrap this up, or you guys want to keep talking shit?
No, I think we should get into a little more of the game and some predictions. Because did we do any predictions for this game? I mean, I know we said
we
shit.
did not. No.
And I know the chat said shit earlier in the show. They had some predictions, but I don't remember none of that crap. That was like too long ago.
All right, let's get some predictions. I would like to know what your prediction is.
Fucking Cliff. Wait, fucking Cliff. Man, I'm not moving back to Chicago. What are you saying, Cliff? Because of us? Because we're here? A few of us are here?
It's because of you guys.
I'm here. I'm the only one here, dude.
Because we got that restraining order on you.
Mark Kazak, 35-28 Bears.
Doug Van Dorn, 27-21 Bears.
All right.
I'm similar to I was gonna say. I was gonna say 27-24 Lions. I think it's gonna be close. Like I said, I think it's gonna be closer than what people think. I think it's I think it's more so going to be like a running type of game, I believe, in time of possession. But I think the Lions probably win 27-24. I think Fields probably going to have about 250, 300 passing yards.
I'll take it.
I would love that.
I think he's gonna be better. I just hope that he's healthy. That injury is well enough for him to play and to play well. That's the big thing. But
you want to be the best team, right? You don't want to be the backup. You want to be the best team, right?
Absolutely.
So if Goff retired at the end of the season, would you want Fields as your quarterback?
I would probably stick with Hendon Hooker. I would see what the Hooker does.
Yeah.
I would see what the Hooker does.
Come on, Steve. I've heard stories. I believe you know exactly what a hooker does.
I do. I do.
Come on, you want Tyson Bagent. You want to trade for Tyson Bagent.
What that hooker do?
And you know what? I wouldn't mind Justin Fields, though. I would not mind Justin.
So you wouldn't mind him, huh?
Jim Harbaugh.
I get kicked off my own show.
Y'all
absolutely. At least once a week, whether you like it or not.
Hopefully.
Is Hooker still hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's still hurt. And the crazy thing, and Hooker is pretty much the same age as Jared Goff.
Is he that old?
Is he that old?
Yes.
Wow.
They're the same age.
Ellis Jones, huh?
How old is Goff? Like 28?
Like 20.
He spent some time in he spent about 5 years in Los Angeles.
Yeah. But Hooker's an older rookie.
Wow.
Hooker's 25.
So he's on the same age.
Oh, he's 25?
Yeah.
25. So
he's older than Fields.
They drafted him. That was somebody I thought at one point I was like, wow, that'd be worth taking a chance on that guy. Where'd you guys get him, in the second round or the third?
Goff, by the way, Goff just turned 29, October 14th. Yeah. So just turned 29.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You're scaring us there, Steve, but that's okay. That's what I do all the time, man. It comes with age, Steve. The mind just starts.
That's what they say.
Look at Shorty and PJ.
Hey, mind over matter.
Ooh.
Because your mind doesn't matter.
That's what they say.
That's what she said.
I've been told that my whole life.
All right, back to the predictions here.
Yeah.
What's your prediction there, Foster?
Did we get Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez said 24-14 Bears? I made a couple odd ones. I probably went too low. I literally went I'm going to say 28. I had one earlier. I said 16-13 Bears, but that was because of last year. I was kind of fucking around, and people took it a little serious. But I'm going to say 28-27 Bears. 1 point, Vic.
Okay. Mo Beerman says 40-20 Lions.
Mo.
That sounds like about where I'm going.
Doug Van Dorn said, of all the things I've ever lost, I miss my mind the most. So he's correct.
What you got, Walt?
The only winner.
24-17 Bears.
Ooh,
that's nice. That's nice.
We kick a field goal there too.
Okay. So wait. What is your score, PJ?
I haven't escaped mine yet.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going in order here. What is your score, Foster?
I started off with Foster.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm last.
And mine was 28-27 Bears.
Okay, and then Walt?
24-17.
Okay.
Steve?
27-24 Lions.
Right.
All right, Shorty?
37-14 Lions.
Man, what happened there, dude?
Wow. I'm going to pull myself.
Wow.
Good.
No.
Good, you deserve it for that.
I want to pull you. You.
We all know it'd be the other way around if Patient was in there.
You know what I'm saying? He'd be having us winning 40-20.
Little jab.
I love how he's like, no, I have to pull you. I want to pull you.
I gotta pull you,
You're not pulling yourself, motherfucker. I'm pulling you.
But a prediction like that, man, golly.
Oh man.
Ryan Gilmore.
Go ahead, PJ. It's up to you now.
28-23 Bears.
See, here's the thing that nobody really knows here. Well, they kind of do a little bit, but you don't know this, Steve. I like to play devil's advocate. So when I predict a loss, it's usually a win.
Calling that shit from the Dan and Dan show.
I'm going to up it 42-10 Lions. How about that? I'm going to up it. I'm going to up the ante.
How about I want to share in some of that stuff you're smoking.
No, you don't.
You're right, I don't.
James Ford said 32-20 Bears. You don't want to share that shit, PJ. Look at him, man.
I know, right? Hobby.
What do I know?
Doug Van Dorn. Shorty is taking to heart an old Russian proverb. You're getting muted.
Proverb?
Shorty's taking that old Russian proverb. Proverb or what is that?
Proverb.
Yeah. Proverb. Hope for the best.
Proverb. He played for the Lions in '68. Good player, dude.
Thank you, DVD. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Yes. If it seems like every time I predict a big loss, like 37-14 or 42-10, as I just upped it to, we win. So I predicted a huge loss against the Patriots last year, and they won big. So I'm going, fuck it, 52-7 Lions.
Why the fuck aren't you doing it every week, asshole?
I will from now on.
Okay. Man, PJ, come on. You know what?
I don't know, man. I mean, gee whiz.
This guy, man. I didn't get to do it.
I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
I think I only tossed him once tonight, man. So I thought I'd just, get my 2 cents worth.
I'm already fire him myself. Golly, this dude come 52-7.
I don't even.
I know. He thinks we're running the Beijing Getzy offense here. They have 16 points a game.
Gee whiz, 52-7. I'm like, man,
Hey, Steve, why don't you give us the lowdown on everything you're doing again, man? Because I forgot.
Hold on a second.
I know most of it, but I always forget.
Has Walt pulled me out yet?
No.
Okay, pull me out. Go ahead, pull me out.
We're going to do that while Steve's talking. Would you shut the fuck up?
There we go.
Yeah, just as far as me, man, just on the podcast, man, just on the D313XP, me, Nomus, and Durrell, DC1. We just like I said, we talk about sports, we talk about Detroit sports, we talk about just everything that's going on.
Michigan State,
Michigan State, just all the Detroit teams, just everything. I know me personally, what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start doing wrestling content and G League and all of the sports as well. So I'm a pretty much get into anything. Baseball.
All right, question for you.
Yes, sir.
Question.
Oh God! Yes, oh jeez! Here we go.
You guys calm down. Just
25.
You're going to like this question, Shorty. Trust me.
Is it just one question or 25?
You're going to like this question, Shorty.
Ask all the questions you like, my friend.
What do you think of Jim Harbaugh?
Oh,
you got to be careful, dude. Sorry, Steve. I was trying to warn you.
As a Michigan State fan, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Harbaugh is cool. He's a good coach. I think the way that they did him on that suspension was messed up, in my opinion.
Why?
Because you don't tell a coach right when he's aboard a plane that, while you headed to Penn State, I'm gonna just let you know, we're gonna suspend you for the last 3 games. Wow. I don't like the way that they did that with him that way.
Right.
There's a way of doing that.
Agreed.
But he as a coach, he has to know better, and you have to know the rules. You have to, and you have to be aware of all times. Just like with the incident before with the cheeseburger situation. Like you can't do that with a recruit.
What
Yeah.
happened with the cheeseburger?
Well, he tried to get a recruit and tried to buy him cheeseburgers. And you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah, it's
I
against the
know,
rules.
right? I know, right? And I think he got suspended the first 3 games for that. For trying to do things for a recruit that he shouldn't have done.
Buying him a cheeseburger.
$12, getting a guy a meal to fucking talk to him for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but see, Foster, there's a fine line when it comes to.
I know there is.
I mean, it's other things too. Like even when you want to bring a doctor in for a conference, you can't buy him lunch because that would be considered a bribe or a gift. So there's regulations in place for a reason, and that's why I don't want Harbaugh here. I don't want to be anywhere near him. I don't think he's that good of a coach.
That's it. He's getting pulled. Oh, Walt got pulled. Walt got pulled. Oh, he's pulling himself back. You're right. Get out of here. You're out of here.
Or as Michigan would call him, they call him Jesus with khakis. They call him Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus with khakis. That's what they call him.
Cow bitches.
Yeah.
So seeing as though you are a Michigan State fan, what do you think of Mel Tucker's?
I'm a fan of both. I'm just more of a State fan.
So what do you think of?
You should hear it. You should hear these guys. I was watching with the Michigan State stuff the other night, Steve. You should hear these guys when they go off on their rants with this. It's awesome, man. It's good stuff. Check them out. Check them out. Because
I will.
It's like anybody who's playing, like if you're in the Minnesota, Green Bay, or any team that's playing Detroit, check these guys out because it's awesome. It's like a Detroit version of this. I don't know how else to say it. They're like us. They probably they know more about their team, I think, in the whole picture of it than we do. But you guys are all locked into sports, man. I see everybody on that show is locked in. Like on multiple sports, man. You guys can go into detail. They were going to have an old basketball, Terry Foster from the Detroit Pistons. He followed all that stuff, man. He wrote some great shit on it too, man. So you guys are multi-sport is what I was trying to get you to delve into.
Yeah, we trying to work on it because we had some, we've had some guests on there. We had Lionel Vitale, who's a 4-time Super Bowl champion. And he's a motivational speaker, and he's very good at it. He goes to colleges and everything. So and he even does predictions for NFL. So we got some guys on. So it's just we trying to have our podcast. We're trying to have it just like y'all podcast, man. It's just it's like Foster said, it's a Detroit version of it, and the D313 XP, man. It's just. We trying to do our thing. We trying to get it on a much bigger platform, and we know we will. We just got to keep going at it, and and we're just happy with the responses we get and everybody that likes our show, and it's just been a blessing, man. I can't tell you enough. It's just been a blessing, and I'm just so happy.
So back to the Mel Tucker situation. What do you think of?
I hate it. I think it was a setup from the get-go to me. But at the same time, as a married man, you can't put yourself in a position like that. You can't. Right. And then it happens right after he gets this contract. So they were gunning for him the whole time.
Did you see the text messages from her to her friend?
I did. I did. Messed up. That you can't put yourself in that situation. It's a setup from the get-go.
Agreed.
Like as a not even just a married man, as a man in general, you can't put yourself in that position. And Michigan State should have did a full investigation of that before letting him go. But their hands was tied, so they had to do something. They had to, and I feel like. The way they did Mel Tucker was messed up, but he has himself to blame for that as well. So kind of goes both ways. But I just hope Michigan State could just rebound from that and just get it, because we've had so many transfers and it's hurt us. It hurt us. And I hope we can find a coach that can get us back to recruiting and make the team better. I really hope so.
Okay.
I'm hoping. I'm praying on it.
Are you done? Are you done asking questions about the college football, PJ?
Keep going,
I was just trying to get in his wheelhouse, man, and help him out, bro. I'm sorry, man.
It's all right. Hey, man, y'all can ask me any questions y'all like. It's okay with me. I'm not running away. I'm here.
Okay. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shorty want to know, do you like a reach around?
A who?
A reach around.
I don't know what that is. It sounds like something I don't know and can't pronounce.
Thank you very much for saying that, Steve. And now PJ can fuck off from this conversation.
I heard a mess around like Ray Charles, but
nobody here knows what PJ is talking about. Mr. Christian man asking questions like that. My goodness.
Oh, well, hey, brought to you by Streaming. Hey,
J Mommy.
Wakanda forever, my brother.
We got J Mommy in the chat, says Harbaugh isn't going anywhere. He just bought a place in northern Michigan. Chicago ain't that far.
First off, J Mommy, thanks for joining us with that insight. You think so? It seems like he's done with college after what just happened. He's coming to the NFL, in my opinion.
What NFL team's going to take him, though?
If he had the opportunity, because I thought he wanted to go to the Vikings last year, is what my thing is. Why he didn't, So.
Well, Foster, they interviewed him. They didn't even offer him a contract. That's telling right here.
That's what I'm saying. So
no, I agree. The thing is, Harbaugh was great in 2012, 2014. We're past that now. Like his game plan, where he's like, "Oh, I want to be all big man on the sidelines and in the presser." That works with college kids, but these are grown ass men. That shit doesn't fly anymore. It doesn't fit what Poles is building in terms of a team culture on the Bears. And I know Dan and Mo Bierman, you're looking at it with a bit of nostalgia because for some reason there's some giant love affair with Mike Ditka, who was great in '85, and that was about it. But
no, listen, I don't think Ditka was that great of a head coach. He should have done more with that team. I'm just saying he's like revered in Chicagoland as the coach. And I'm saying if Harbaugh came in here and won one Super Bowl with this team, he would take that over as the coach that everyone talks about for the next 40 years. Huh?
I guess people are easily impressed then.
We are.
I just want to win, man.
Yeah.
We're very easily impressed by wins.
It's all about winning.
Yeah.
We'll get there no matter what. I just, people even this year, Steve, here, Chicago fans are going, Cole stinks. Every deal he does is terrible. And I'm like, man, you're just not paying attention to everything this guy's doing. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be bad days. There's going to be days where the quarterback can't do shit or the running game ain't working. It's just going to happen. It happens to every damn team, man.
Yes. We know all about that. We know all about that. That's how Steve and I started talking. I caught these guys on the air one night and I was just listening. And I jumped in. I think it was on it was Mike's show, Maniac Mike. Oh, Maniac Tim. Yeah.
Tim's show. Yeah, Tim's show. I'm sorry. Maniac Tim's show. So we started talking, and then it ended up being on the show was Tim, who's the host, me, Steve, and Steve. We're all on the show like we are right now, because he just put a feed right in the chat. And that's how we got into this whole conversation about kind of, for too long here, we're following the same path of mediocrity or less. Can't get over the hump.
Yeah.
So, it's just how much a Lions fan and a Bears fan have in common is more than you think.
Yes.
And there's other franchises going through it too. Look at the guys from New Orleans we had on before the Saints game, man. We were trying to we were arguing about whose team was worse.
We're just missing the Tigers.
Oh, well,
Titans, go on. The list can go on. That I'm sure we
Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my.
Titans too.
Right.
Saints will try.
And Cubs and White Sox, yes.
Yeah.
Jay Mommy is speaking dropping some knowledge.
Bulls.
She says, I hope he does, but he does have the third highest winning percentage in the NFL. I guess she's talking about Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
She's talking about Harbaugh because of what he did in Frisco when Singletary couldn't. He was at his peak when he was getting out of that team. Harbaugh came in and took a mediocre quarterback in Kaepernick and made him look great, and the whole team. He had the parts already in front of him. That's kind of where the Bears are at because we got a lot of parts. And after this next draft, we should have most of the damn parts that we need. So I'm not saying Harbaugh should be the coach, but the parts are going to be here, man. Just like look at what Detroit's done over the last 2.5 seasons.
Mayhem saying Jim Harbaugh would be a legend forever in Chicago if he got the Bears to the Super Bowl and won. That's what I'm saying. Yes,
That's true.
Anybody would. I mean, whatever coach gives this to him.
You're right.
Any coach that win the Super Bowl for us. I mean, same with Detroit. The first coach to get them a Super Bowl, he's going to have a whole street named after him, if not a park, as well as probably a building.
Exactly. Let me get to DVDs coming here. So, Dan, who do you think you want as Harbaugh's mouthpiece, GM puppet, or do you think he should be GM and head coach? No, I think that they should let Ian Cunningham leave as assistant general manager, go to another team to become the general manager, insert Harbaugh into assistant GM, and he can work hand in hand with Poles, and bada boom, bada bing, fast forward to all the other comments. He would just become the next superstar of Chicago, and everyone would be revering Jim Harbaugh for what he did for the Bears for the next 40 years.
The only problem with that. Hold on,
I'll give you a real quick rebuttal.
Keep your real quick. He'd wear out his welcome in 4 or 5 years like he does everywhere else.
He's going into his 60s.
I'd rather have. I want something long term because we've never had it. I want a 10-year fucking run.
But he's not 40 years old. He's going into his 60s. It'll be his last.
He's my age. He's my age. He's 6,000.
He's not 750 years old.
I think one, he would come as a head coach, but he would not come as an assistant GM.
Yeah,
that won't happen. Head coaches, they either the GM and the head coach, but they would never be the head coach and an assistant GM because basically you're assistant GM by default when you're a head coach. Just want to make that point clear there.
True. That's true. That's true. I agree with that.
Yep.
I totally agree with that.
And then Doug Van Dorn says, and yet, Dan, I cannot see Poles hiring a guy who wants to be an actual GM and forcing Poles to do whatever Jim wants.
Right.
And I just don't. You know, they were talking before on a couple of shows today about how the McCaskies like to bring in all. They like bringing in these old Bears and they want them involved in the team and everything. But I don't think. What do you think the McCaskies? What do you think the McCaskies think of Harbaugh? They go on a lot of attitude in what they see in a person, even if they're misled. If they're misled the wrong way, that's one thing. But all this stuff is out there in the news. It's everybody knows what's going on. So that's where I have them maybe saying no, and I cheered them because they were the only franchise to vote down having 17 games. They wanted to keep it at 16.
Thanks,
they're looking out for their players and the welfare of the game.
I would say this: as much as we may bash Harbaugh for certain decisions, he had a stout line in San Francisco. That's something that him and Poles would have. That's something him and Poles have in common. They believe in a good offensive line. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he had a good running game. Now, I'm still not sold on where Poles feel about a running game. So they have some similarities. I just don't know if the two of them can marry up. That's the biggest issue for me. But I like Poles. I like Harbaugh. I just don't know if they could jive together.
You like who? Wait, you like whose Poles?
I knew he was going to go there, dude.
I have to. I mean, every time I see something,
this has got to be a record, PJ.
I'm just saying.
The most times people have been pulled on this show is tonight.
I'm just saying, because hey, if y'all don't know nothing else about me, heterosexual.
Another
brother.
BCP first, man.
Man, heterosexual, brother.
Hey, I got a ring here myself, my friend.
What does that mean?
His wife tells him everything he's got to do.
I mean, just because you got a ring, I mean.
Dan needs to get laid. Go to Victoria.
Man.
Hey Steve, there's guys in the chat that came into Chicago and we met with and hung out with and stuff. It's awesome, man.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's
cool. Happen. Just keep doing what you're doing up there. You guys got a great product.
Appreciate it.
Great fans.
Appreciate it. Y'all got a great product here, man. I always enjoy watching y'all show and comment, man. It's a joy. It's just y'all, man. Y'all. And when I see it, I don't even want to get off. I'm like, oh man, these guys are entertaining. They like to have fun. You would think that just by y'all show that y'all been knowing each other for years.
Yeah.
Like years.
Well, I remember reading about Foster in my kindergarten class.
Oh, wow.
On those hand carved steel, those hand carved stones.
No, it said something like when Moses parted the Red Sea. There was a guy sitting on the other side named Foster fishing.
Now, if you look hard enough, there was actually 13 disciples in that painting. I'm back in the corner just going like this.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Well, I think that's perfect because we're at 2.5 hours, and I think we've talked about all we can talk about. Steve, New Breed 313 Sports. You have been an amazingly awesome guest tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for having me, man. Thank y'all for having me. I'm truly blessed that y'all had me on, man.
Enjoyed having you, man.
Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with you. You had a lot of fun with us. I mean, we like to laugh here. I think that's the most important part about this because our team sucks dick. So we need to be able to laugh a little bit about it. So, sorry, PJ. I mean, our team sucks.
More in there, PJ.
Our team sucks, PJ.
It could be the Giants.
I want to thank you for coming on, man. And I enjoyed, like I said 100 times already. I enjoyed your shit. Steve and I we got Messenger and we actually got phone numbers just from meeting one time, dude. So I knew this guy was
get a room.
Real minute.
Wait.
You're looking at the camera on
PJ. It wasn't no vacancy.
I'm not Dan.
Wait, Steve. You gave Foster your phone number?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bro.
Man, I'm sorry.
Do you need a new roof?
Steve, ask me if they got my phone number.
I gotta call Mr. Roof.
I'm just saying, do you need a new roof?
I might.
Foster's gonna hit you up, bro. I'm telling you now. He's gonna hit you up. He's gonna like, hey, I can put that roof on for you, man. It may take me 2 years, but I can get it.
Man, a few thousand
$1,000. Though anyway, so
hang out in Detroit for 4 or 5 days, man, or wherever you're at, Steve.
Yeah, he can do your roof for like $4,000. It'll take him 3 months though.
Oh,
just don't worry about it.
Oh, that's
these guys know nothing, Steve.
More like 3 years. More like 3 years. What are you talking about? 3 months?
3 years, man. I haven't even spent 3 years in this house rehabbing it. So you guys got to watch what you're talking about.
Bro.
And this was a project. This was the project of all projects.
Can you show us that room one more time?
To the foundation, everything was fucked up.
Show us the room one more time, Foster.
After my paneling.
Show us show us the room one more time.
Dude, I got all. This is the only fucking room with everything in it.
I did see the room when I was there with Chris Watts. See
what I mean, Steve?
It's the only room that there's. I mean, the kitchen, dude, is just a kitchen table and a stove that I haven't put in yet. That's still
You
there.
definitely cannot smell the dead bodies. I tell you that much, Foster. You did a great job.
Thank you.
It's a work in progress. I see you. I see you.
Thank you, Steve.
He's in progress for the last 3 years.
Oh, hey, one day at a time.
Slow down there, man. I was taking care of Mom for a year.
Steve, you got some fans here. Really happy to see you, Steve. Cliff saying, "Thanks, Steve."
Thank you.
I mean, you nailed it tonight with our Bears fan group. Everyone loved having you here. We all loved having you here. I mean, sorry to submit you to so much Bears talk, but you're a trooper.
Oh, no. It's cool. It's good. Hey, I'm virtual with all sports and teams, so it's okay. It's all right.
Versatility.
Yeah. I do it with all sports. Because sometimes I do even with NBA, man. I do like season reviews with like all teams. I do it with all teams, so get my opinion of it and stuff. I should have done it with the NFL, but I think I might do that next year though. So
yeah,
I do
make another channel. Yeah.
Oh
just about the NFL. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I just love talking about sports, man. It's my passion.
Yeah,
I love playing sports. I love talking about sports. So it's always been a passion of mine, and I just love it. I love it.
DVD saying Steve has great taste in a dish cupboard there behind you.
Well, I try.
That's a nice built-in you have there. You got a built-in and a side-by-side right there.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta show you. I gotta show you this, Steve. I keep forgetting to show you this.
Oh, here we go.
Appreciate it, Mark.
The dead bodies are coming out now.
And I'm not making loaf either, Shorty.
Was that your house I saw on First 48, man? I'm just saying.
It's the same building.
Bro, it's the same kind like mine.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I swear it's kind of the same as mine.
It's
Foster already started moving in. Oh, man. Foster already started moving.
Even this molding, Steve. Look at the molding right here.
Yep.
So that's from 1952.
Wow.
That one's from 1952.
That's crazy.
I keep every time I'm on go watch you guys. I keep fucking wanted to tell you, dude. I got the exact same fucking cabinet, exactly the same.
That's crazy.
We got one more question for you from Cliff. You didn't ask Steve about catfish and spaghetti.
Oh, I love catfish. I love catfish. I like spaghetti.
So do you eat it together?
At the same time? I don't know, but
so you don't eat it at the same time?
Oh no! No!
Oh, thank you! Oh,
not
thank
at the same time. I'm crazy, but I ain't that crazy. Oh no,
Shorty, hey Pete.
It was good having him on the show today. I'll just say, I enjoyed him as our guest. It was really nice.
He finally got pulled.
He needs to come back sometime. I don't know when he needs to come back, but he needs to come back sometime.
I keep hitting it, Wall.
Oh man,
that's not me.
One more.
Somebody pulled these guys back in for crying out loud.
I was going to bring Steve and go. Thanks for coming along tonight, Pete. We'll see you next week, bud.
Oh my goodness.
We're replacing PJ after that one.
That's the exact same thing that I said, Steve. I love catfish. I love spaghetti, but not together.
No.
Thank you.
I can't do it.
I
can't. I would be in the bathroom for 2-3 straight days. I can't do it.
You couldn't have
fried food and pasta.
You couldn't have some golden deep fried catfish nuggets with a big thing of mastacholi next to it and eat both of them at the same time. They don't have to be mixed.
You see what I'm
I probably would, but I would probably take a while to probably eat them both.
Okay.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. That's my guy right there, Steve.
Now we want to know if you'll eat fish heads in Jello.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Not fish heads, just
No.
fish and Jello.
It doesn't matter. They do it with everything, dude. Everything. Go look online. It's terrible.
Hey, listen, I'm not eating anything that has head at the end of it. No, can't do it. No. Nuh-uh.
Jordy's on the floor
Mm-mm.
trying to give himself head none.
Hey, I'm with you there, man.
That gives me a headache.
Well, there you have it, PJ.
What's that?
It's just an Illinois thing. It's not a Midwestern thing. It's just an Illinois thing.
We know what the region is. We
I've never
discussed
heard
it.
of that.
I don't know if
I
I
haven't
don't know if I
either,
would
Steve.
consider Detroit, Michigan in the Midwest. That's kind of like
It is.
north to me.
It is.
Come
That's
on.
north.
Michigan's
It is.
definitely Midwest.
Well,
That's north.
yeah, we about 4 hours from Chicago. Good.
How far are
good
you from Canada?
Minutes.
Ooh,
Wait, you're more on the Detroit side, and you're not in the UP, right?
yeah, I'm more on the Detroit side, the city side.
Yeah.
But as far as Canada,
Greenland, brother.
oh man, I'm like
Same
10,
distance.
15-minute drive from Canada.
10, 15 minutes? I rest my case. He's more north than he is Midwest.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Like me personally, if I want to drive to like Windsor, oh man, that's a 10, 15-minute drive, brother.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If you do,
So guess what?
get me about 10 blocks from there. Fort Windsor's.
Yep. Like if I go to Toronto, it's like the same amount of drive to Toronto it would be from here to Chicago.
Yeah.
It's about 4 hours.
So you can actually be in Canada in about 15 minutes, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You, sir, are from up north. You're not from the Midwest.
No. Yeah.
Case closed.
Who's getting pulled next?
I was about to pull you, PJ, but you're right.
You know, can't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Mark said he could eat goldfish crackers with spaghetti. I could too, but I ain't no catfish with spaghetti here, my friend. That's just catfish goes with French fries, not with red sauce. Right? Am I right, Steve?
You're very right.
Thank
Very
you. Thank you, Steve.
Mm-hmm. Very.
What you looking for, buddy, shorty? I mean, come on.
I am. He's my buddy on this now.
Yeah, but what if you pan fry the catfish and then lay it over the top of the pasta?
No, hell no. It's
Oh
even
no,
worse.
I can't do it.
Once
Why
you
not?
deep
I don't
fry
even want
something
that.
and you add sauce to
No,
it,
no.
fried.
No, not deep fry, pan fry. So you just like kind of saute it in the pan. There's no fry, there's no like crust or fry or anything like that. Just the fish itself.
Maybe.
So what do you eat with your fish there, Steve?
Fries.
You guys do coleslaw and some good tartar sauce or lemon butter.
It's fun, and it's crazy you asked that because I just cooked some fish.
See,
So,
I thought you was gonna say thighs, but okay, go ahead.
Oh no.
If she's in the mood, I'll do catfish and thighs.
No thighs. oh, not today.
So what
no.
did you have with your fish? You said you just made fish?
I got fish, I got all gratin potatoes, and I got mixed vegetables.
Right?
There
That's
you
what I said. Or like some rice, right? Fish
Yeah.
and rice and vegetables. I said,
Yeah.
PJ, I said the same damn thing to you.
And I said you need to get a tan. So what's your point?
You never said that.
I said it now.
You just did.
Well, okay, now it works, but you never said it then. Don't use it as an excuse.
I mean, you're just coming up with stuff. I mean, I figure I'd come up with stuff too.
You need a fucking tan too, bro. I saw you when you were all tan this summer. Looked like you were a black dude. Now you look like you're a white dude. Go get some sun.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about the mental deficiencies.
I don't know what to do with it.
Podcast, did I, Steve?
I don't know.
What's that?
I neglected to mention about our disabilities here on our podcast, I guess.
Jeez. He said I look like a white guy.
You do,
He needs
man.
new glasses.
You look white as hell right now.
And that sound like that movie Watermelon Man.
You had a suck air in your mouth the first half of the show, like a white dude.
You know what? I got something.
He took himself off, man.
He's pulling himself out.
That's it.
Oh,
Everybody's
man.
out, man. You guys are all fucking gone.
Oh,
That's it. I've had it.
man.
It's done. It's over.
oh
it's
man.
history.
The timing.
This guy. I look like a white guy. What?
What were you saying? What were you saying, Steve? The timing is what?
I said the timing y'all do that is always perfect.
Man.
Because I it always catch me off guard. I be like, oh.
We like to have fun here, Steve.
That's
Good
good.
thing you're not drinking anything tonight, and that's a story for a different time. But
Oh well.
I would have got you.
Dang. Hey, I might drink me something. I don't know.
Well, after this show, if you don't, you got a real problem. It's either
Oh,
that
yeah.
or a psychologist.
Yeah.
Steve gets off the show. He's on the 1-800 helpline. Man, you don't know what I just went through for the last 3 hours.
Just on this Bears podcast. What the fuck? Guys.
Those guys was really off the chain.
Oh, man.
Especially when you started talking about spaghetti and catfish. He was like, no, I don't
No.
know.
You said it in the wrong order, bro.
No, I didn't. I said it in the right order. That was perfect.
It's catfish and spaghetti.
Oh. This is how it happened, Steve. It was the 6th round of the draft. There was like nothing going on. We had no pick. And he goes, what are you guys having for dinner tonight? And we're all like, I don't know. I'm having pizza for the second time today because we've been doing this all day long. He's like, I'm thinking about having some fish and spaghetti. And my response was literally like, excuse me? Did you just say fish and spaghetti? And he was like, yeah, fish. Wait, you never heard of fish and spaghetti?
Actually thinking about doing
I never heard of
fish
fish and spaghetti. And then it just became this whole thing that we, try to ask everyone what they think of fish and spaghetti just to prove him right. And everyone has proved him right that he was correct, that a lot of people like fish and spaghetti, catfish and spaghetti. You are on my side, my friend, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them. I just can't have it together at the same time. I'm just, I need
agree.
breaks. I need breaks between that.
Yeah.
You know,
Just put the sucker back in your mouth, PJ. You'll be fine. Where's that sucker at? Just put it back in your mouth. Just pacify it. Pacify it. You'll be fine.
This guy and this sucker. What is going on? My goodness.
You were the one with a sucker in your mouth to start the show. I don't
actually be talking about some hog maws. What the world's going on?
stick that hog maw back in your mouth, man.
So Doug Van Dorn says, he goes, yeah, I remember that. I was thinking of having some fish and spaghetti in the evening because he was making himself chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and gravy that day. That's how he remembers it.
That's it.
Thank you, DVD.
It's delicacy,
Oh,
bro.
nice.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You guys eat Shorty, do you eat black eyed peas?
He takes too long to answer. He doesn't even
Shorty.
know what they are. Probably.
Can I freeze? Hold on. I think I have had black-eyed peas. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, I've had collard greens down here in the South, and they are fucking amazing.
Ooh. Did you have Brussels sprouts too?
I love Brussels sprouts, dude.
Oh, yeah. You like caviar too, huh?
No, never had caviar.
Oh, okay. Anyway, you like, I don't care. So yeah,
Steve's never coming back again, dude.
Jeez,
Oh my God.
We lose more guests this way. Nobody. We haven't had a return guest, have we?
I have Brussels sprouts all the time. Man.
Oh, please believe I'll be a returning guest. I promise you that.
All right.
Try some fish and spaghetti and come back and let us know.
Don't do it.
I'll give it a shot.
Don't do it.
If I pass out and I get killed, I know what it is.
Mm-hmm. If you pass out and wake up with the shits in the morning, it'll be the same thing.
Oh, that's gonna happen anyway. So it's just how long it's gonna happen. That's the question.
Well, going to the bathroom is a good place to think. That's all I gotta say.
It's a good place to be on your phone too while you're doing it.
I was saying a great place to text your friends.
Except some of us like taking pictures while we're there.
Oh yes, now that's true. That's true. Some people do like doing that. You ain't lying. Some people do.
All right, guys. Let's put an end to this shit show of an awesome show. Man, I'm saying I never had black-eyed peas.
Man, black-eyed peas and cornbread. Man,
no. Dude, you never had cornbread till you had Southern cornbread, my friend. They put it in a cast iron skillet. They put like a stick of butter in there first. Then they pour the cornbread mixture in there. Then they put it in the oven in a fucking cast iron skillet. And it comes out like Chicago deep dish pizza crust. It's amazing.
That sounds pretty standard. I always do mine in a cast iron skillet.
I was one. Thank you, Walt. I'm like, this is brand new stuff. I'm like, man, this is what we do. That's how you make cornbread, bro.
Walt agreeing with me on disagreeing with me on this.
If you don't make cornbread like that, how do you make cornbread there, Shorty?
I never made cornbread. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez, here we go. I'm just gonna start
over man. Okay. Dressing or stuffing? How about that?
Dressing.
Yeah, there's a slight difference between the two. Actually, I know the words are interchangeable, but there is a definite difference.
There's a difference
between dressing and stuffing. As what is that? Gravy and stuffing?
Stuffing or dressing?
What is dressing?
See,
kind of like stuffing.
It's kind of like not really.
The gravy
right in there. It has a whole bunch of stuff in there.
I can Google it.
Stuffing.
Okay,
well that doesn't answer the question, PJ.
Yeah, Cliff says stuffing is in a bird, dressing is outside of it, cooked outside.
Yeah,
of it.
No grounds to stand on if you can't back it up, buddy.
Hey, if you had dressing, you'll know.
It's a different consistency, though, too, PJ. You're correct there. Even if what Cliff is saying is correct, but there's also I remember a dressing I had when I was a kid one Thanksgiving, where it looked more like in the baking dish, it had a consistency of like a brownie top.
Yeah, you bake it, but it's like you have your cornbread in there, you have your turkey in there. If you really want to get, then you have. See, I haven't made it because my mom used to make it, and I forgot to get the recipe before she passed. But dressing, whole nother level than stuffing. That's all I gotta say. Whole nother level.
Well, that's why I just stopped. Like my Thanksgivings are not normal anymore. Like this year, we're going to New Orleans this weekend, so we're eating at a fancy New Orleans restaurant for Thanksgiving. We're not eating turkey. Like last year, we had prime rib. The year before that, we had lasagna. Like we just. What's the difference?
Get out of here with that shit. Lasagna.
Dude, I have lasagna every year with usually ham, depending on what the main dish is. But that's at every fucking meal. I'm Italian, dude.
Thank
you. The ham thing too.
What?
I said
it's like the ham thing too. We'll have ham on that.
He's on auto. Dan, you're on auto throw off.
Yeah, we enjoyed you tonight there, Shorty.
Absolutely a blast, Steve.
So we enjoyed you tonight, man.
Thank you. I enjoyed you tonight too. You've been a lot of fun, PJ. And considering you started off with a fucking sucker in your mouth.
Can you rephrase that though, please?
Considering you start off with a fucking sucker in your mouth.
No, I'm talking about you. Talking about you enjoyed me tonight. Can you use a different phrase of some sort?
I enjoyed you tonight, considering you started off with a fucking sucker.
Could you use a
Can I
different
say it
phrase?
again? Any better?
Oh, you're really harping on that lollipop, man.
I am.
No, man, he get on that
Thank
lollipop.
everybody in the chat for listening to this crap tonight here.
Oh, lollipop. Even better word.
Great
Thank you.
show.
Oh,
Considering you were sucking on that lollipop, it sounds even better. Thank you, Walt. It's a better word than sucker.
Who was here tonight, man? Mark Kazak, Cliff Victoria, Mo Bierman, King Buka,
Mr. Mayhem.
Mr. Mayhem,
Ghost of Jude was here till he wasn't.
Mr. Guillotine. Yeah. Well, I helped him with that one.
I am so glad to see Doug Van Dorn in the chat tonight, man.
Yeah.
I missed you, Doug. Glad to see you doing okay, buddy.
Yeah.
He was here last week. Where were you, bro?
Good old DVD.
Were you checked out last week?
Wasn't that the game?
It was.
The post and pre. The post.
True.
Oh, he was here for the post game?
Yeah, DVD's been around for the last 3 shows, dude.
I don't remember seeing him.
Jay Sanders.
Yeah, I hate to break this up, but
99.
they're saying Andrews out for the rest of the season, possibly.
Who is?
The tight end for the Ravens.
Ooh,
Andrews.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Joe Burrow was out of the game too. Didn't come
Yeah,
back?
no, but no, he didn't. But I guess what they're saying is now he has a serious ankle injury. They'll know more tomorrow once they do the MRI.
Crap.
Man, who won the game tonight?
The Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who they play?
They were
Bengals,
lead-
right?
They were leading big early.
Okay.
Wow.
Andrew
Who cares?
Love.
Was it the Bears or the Lions?
Hey,
What?
Well said. Thank you.
like Steve said, it's good to be well versed all the way around, man. So as long as you're well versed, man, you in the know.
Fair enough.
Facts.
James Ford hanging out with us tonight.
Okay, another question for you.
Wait, no more questions. You're done with
Yes.
questions. No, your questions are done.
Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie?
Oh, here we go. Definitely pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin.
Yeah,
I love both, but I would say more so pumpkin.
yeah. That's actually a good question, PJ. I'll give it to you.
Good night, Joe.
PJ, why don't we make some ube pie and we'll just call it a day?
Yeah.
I'm
wait.
with you on that, Steve. I'll take either one, but I'd lean more towards the pumpkin with a little whipped cream and maybe some good vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
I have a question for you, PJ. Pumpkin, sweet potato, or umami pie?
What's a umami?
You never had an what? Wait! You mean to tell me you never had an umami pie?
I don't even know what that is.
Shit!
Newsflash for you, bro.
You're telling me you never had an umami pie?
I've never had a pumpkin pie.
What?
Whoa.
All right, that's gonna be like a record for polls right now if we keep going.
I'm just saying.
It already is. This is the most
Sweet
ever.
potato
that
pie is
anybody
the way
has
to
pulled
go.
on this show.
Wow.
Steve, it's been a great show hanging out with you, my friend.
Thank you.
Our Lions fan friend.
Yes, sir.
I mean, much love to you for coming on here, hanging out with us, talking mostly Bears, talking some good Lions stuff with you. I mean,
Yes, sir.
I personally think that if we do not make the playoffs, that I'm going to be rooting for you guys. So I'm starting the roundabout to end the fucking show. Can you guys please follow suit?
No.
No? Okay. It's gonna be another 2 hours. I'm gonna put my head down over here, Steve.
We have sat here till like 1 a.m, dude.
Oh, jeez. And everyone just keeps hanging out with us too. That our chat just keeps encouraging us.
Yeah.
That's because they don't have jobs either.
Cliff was like, wait, you're going on 7 hours. It'll be a record. Come on, keep going, guys.
You only got another 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Andrew Love was here tonight, man.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew. That's my friend there. So shout out to Andrew.
All right, Andrew, what's happening, bro?
Sir.
Your
Yes,
your
sir.
other bro. I'm trying to find him too. What's his name?
Nomis. That the
Thank
Nomis Day came on. I saw the
Yeah.
DSC and the Dynasty Sports Network.
Mhm.
That's another group in Detroit. They got great content. Everything King, Wise Man, Big Willie, Big A. They got some good content there. They talk about all Detroit teams as well. So
Is
that's
J
like
Mommy one of your
our brother.
subscribers?
Oh, what's that, sir?
Is J Mommy one of your subscribers?
I don't think so, but
She was new in the chat. I thought she was one of yours.
oh, I don't think unless it's somebody my podcast buddies know.
Okay.
But if so, thank you.
Yeah, never seen J Mommy, but thanks for joining us. Wherever,
Yes. She
whatever.
said she subscribed to me too.
Yeah. Unapologetic Truth too.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
He got to be one of yours, ain't he?
Yeah, I believe so. I think
Unapologetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on your chat.
Yeah. So
Either that, or I he might be on a Green Bay one too, man. I don't know.
Hey, but hey, you know, hey.
I keep seeing
First
people.
of all,
I've been in too many
You know how I feel about
things.
Green Bay.
Fuck Green Bay. I think we all hate Green Bay the same, right? We can all agree on that. That's what makes us all like. There will never be a Green Bay podcaster on here with us. I can tell you that much.
Well, I get stuck going into unfriendly territory, man, because I kind of need to someday, you know. So I'm up there. I'm up there, real close to Green Bay.
Yeah.
What do you be doing up there, Foster?
What?
Yeah, tell us why, Foster.
Yeah, why you be up there, Foster?
I'll tell you when my beard's trimmed, man. STC was in here tonight too.
STC, what's up, all you guys? Thank you for joining us tonight. You are what makes this thing go around.
Hey, Shortinez, you can say this name now, man, because I know you love saying the name on the screen.
Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez M.
Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez M.
And I'm going to say it like a Chicagoan. Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez M.
There you go. He's at home shaking his head now, going, fucking Dan.
He loves when I say Eduardo Isaac Rodriguez M.
Yeah.
Iceberg Slim 38.
Iceberg. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yes, sir.
Everyone tonight.
I think he keeps talking Bears, man.
Yeah, Iceberg's been here a while.
Okay.
That's another thing. Shorty's or Cliff is pointing out here. We hit 1,000 subscribers this week. So thank you, everyone who has been following us, subscribing. Thank you. Love all you guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Shorty.
Appreciate it. You finally subscribed. Steve. PJ over here was like, wait, I needed to subscribe to this? I'm like, you're not subscribed to this channel? He was the 850th subscriber to this channel.
And he's been on it from day one.
Confirmed. Almost a year.
Yeah.
And I unsubscribed just for I can be like 1,000th subscriber. So
you can be that last one that like puts us over the hump for the next number.
Well, you know how I like to hump.
We do.
As long as it ain't polls, PJ. As long as it ain't polls.
As long as you're not humping poles. That's
Dan's job.
That's hey, that's actually a job at a warehouse, man. It's a job called a humper and a lumper.
Yep.
What do they do?
Yep.
I think it's something to do with like pallets. They put like work on pallets on the warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You find them in most warehouses that make their own pallets or repair them.
Yep.
Because they got so much stuff going in and out. They got one guy to do that. I used to build like 35 pallets every morning when I walked into this one job I had for a couple of winters.
Mo Beerman says Harbaugh confirms season ender for Andrews.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts. That hurts.
That hurts them big. But what about Cincy? Because if Burrow's out, they're not going to go anywhere. I mean, they needed to win tonight because now they're what, 5-5, I think, Walt?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's huge, man. I mean, they're used to being like this because they do this every year. It seems like they have problems in the beginning and then they finish freaking strong. And without Burrow, how are they going to do that?
Yeah, but Andrews being out, Watson
That's
being
huge.
out, Pittsburgh not looking so strong, they still can probably win it.
Well, with Cleveland's problem because they don't have a quarterback either. They're going to be starting a rookie. They're going to be starting DTR. So
why aren't they starting PJ Walker?
PJ Walker, baby.
Oh, is that who did they announce it today?
Why are you guys starting another show right now?
We thought you'd be gone by now, and we could just continue doing what we do always, man. Which is we just.
Well, I was like reading the chat, letting them know that I paid attention to them, bro.
There you go.
We start another 2-hour conversation.
DSN Detroit. That's your guy. That's that. What was his network again? Steve?
Oh, who's that?
DSN Detroit.
Oh, Dynasty Sports Network.
Dynasty
That's
Sports
Everything
Network.
King, Wise Man, Big A, Big Willie. They got a
Big Willie style.
yes.
Go ahead and preach it right now, Steve. Tell us where we can find you right now on your channel. Give everyone your information.
Yes. So if you want to follow me, I'm under like 3 channels. I'm under the D313XP. That's with me, Nomis, and Duro, DC1.
DC.
And then I have 2 of my own. I have the New Breed 313 Sports. And then I have another one, which is 313 the New Breed Real Talk, which I talk about different things, not only just sports, just relationships and just current events and things like that. So I talk.
Dr. Phil, look out.
Yeah. I talk very freely on that one. I speak my mind.
About relationships, huh?
Yeah.
Foster, you catch that, Foster?
I caught it. I catch his shorts and everything, but stop going where you're going, Pete.
I was just saying, man.
You're always just saying, man.
I was just saying. I'm trying to help you out, bro.
Okay. I don't know if I believe that, but I'll just say okay.
I'm trying to help you, man.
Okay.
You know, I know it get cold in the wintertime, bro. You need to snuggle. Trying to help you.
It's gonna happen again, Pete. This has got to be your record for getting pulled because my finger's right there. But
so is mine. It's as removed right now. I'm just sitting here going,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the easy fucking way, man. Stop this crap.
Yeah. Good help is hard to come by, I tell you.
Get your ass back in here so we can say goodbye to everyone, Foster.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve.
Right
Steve,
awesome.
thanks. Dude, you have been an amazing guest. Awesome for hanging out with us as a Lions fan. I mean, seriously, we hope that we win this weekend. But if not, I mean, I think that we all kind of collectively, well, I speak for myself by saying I hope you guys take it to the house, man.
Yes, sir.
Represent the NFC North if we cannot do it, you know? So
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And wish y'all luck for the Bears too, man. I mean, no matter who wins and who loses, man, as a division, we got to stick together.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
I'm running for y'all, man. I really hope the Bears in the future do well, man. Good drafting and everything.
I truly appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
I cannot say the same for you.
He's out of here. He's out of here. Trying to be nice. Trying to be nice over here. DJ.
Steve doesn't even have to try. He just is, dude. That's how he is, man. That's why I love this guy from when I first talked to him, man.
Hey.
Well, Steve, we like to end the show on a 1, 2, 3 Bears. I don't expect you to do that. So, guys, let's end this shit on a 1, 2, 3 Bears. Ready? You ready, Walt?
I'm always ready.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bears.
Lions.